Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sonic Stadium's to tonight's Sonic Stadium Sonic Hacking Contest stream. I am your host, Nuckles87, and I'm going to be playing a bunch of 3D hacks submitted to the Sonic Hacking Contest. I will have GX joining me in just a minute. We're going to be just waiting just a second, but I do have, I have everything set up. That it took me days to get all this stuff set up. Some of it was hard. All of the stuff is not user friendly, at least not for someone like me. Sorry. I'm just making sure that everything is hunky-dory on my end. Okay. This is just a bit of behind-the-scenes magic that I'm going to move on to my second screen. So, alright. Time to call GX. Now, for anyone who tuned in last weekend, we had some issues. But we've resolved them. So, hello, GX. How you doing? Whoops! I screwed up. I ended up having to change my audio at the last minute. And okay, let me just. It should take me just a second to fix this. Okay. There we are. Okay, only took a second. This barely even counts. Yes, but you see, the setup that I was setting up for was one where I'm streaming off of a console. But then I remembered I'm streaming off a PC, and it's all one audio stream. And so I decided to just connect headphones to my TV instead. So, anyway, but this should make managing the audio significantly easier than it normally is for me. So I just need to pull up one more thing. I need to pull up the audio, my master audio settings, because okay, let's see. Come on, where are you? Sound. App volume. Okay. Because I can't adjust app volume, at least as far as I know, I can't adjust it until I have the app running. So, okay. So we are going to be starting off tonight playing everyone's favorite Sonic game, Sonic the Hedgehog. So. Oh, come on, who doesn't love Sonic the Hedgehog? It's the name of the franchise. In any case, I am, of course, referring to the infamous Sonic 06, which, for whatever reason, fans have spent years trying to make good for some reason, and there's multiple projects running in parallel at this point. Yeah, well, so we were playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 via an emulator, and the mod is Project Solaris. Legacy of Solaris. I played a bit of this, of course, just to make sure that works, but I'm going to save my thoughts for when it's actually going. Ooh, some call me Jump. This is... Oh, sweet, we got a raid, huh? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sonic Stadium stream. Yes, and since you are here with me, they will actually have good conversations since, you know, I won't be talking to myself, which I am bad at. So, let's get this started. Let's launch Sonic 2006 and hope nothing breaks. Okay, it's taking a minute. These Xbox 360 emulators always seem to take a minute, at least on my system. It always makes me nervous because the mod manager says not responding, which, you know, usually precedes a hack, but a crash. But I've tested this. Okay, yeah. I'm going to reduce the volume on this to 53%. That should be good. 40%. Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, we I think we go all the way back to 2001, like, you know. Okay, so, yes. So this is Sonic 06 Legacy of... Sorry, go on. No audio? How? Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. All right. Y'all should have it now because I have switched the emulator to my TV audio, which is what it should be going to. So, well, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and... I have my iPad going. I'm just going to turn the volume up. Okay. All right. What? How? I'm hearing the game audio and should be recording the game audio. Oh. Well, oh. Wait. It's not... oh, gosh. Darn it. Okay. They're not hearing you either. Okay. Oh, all right. No, I have fixed it. I fixed it. All right. We got game audio.
Hi.
All right, GX. Reintroduce yourself.
Hi. Hi. I'm GX. He's Nuckles87. We are both part of Sonic Stadium. We're one of the internet's oldest Sonic fan communities and news sites over at sonicstadium.org. We still have forums. Do you remember forums? We've got them. Sonic's back in forum form.
And so we are playing Sonic 06 Legacy of Solaris, a hack of the original Sonic 06 by Jotaro Powered. Let's see. The notes for this thing are massive. But all you need to know is that it's Sonic 06, it's modded, it's supposed to be better.
It's effectively, this has been a project that, like, as I've been going back in the archives of the hacking contest itself, it's like, oh, it was in this year, and it was also in this year, and it was also in this year.
Oh, wow.
So, this has been
running terribly right
production. Now. So, be aware, number one, we're gonna probably have technology issues, but I also love seeing this in perfect slow motion. Like, you're saying it's running terribly, but what's interesting is it's at least running consistently.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing this, though, because it was not doing this earlier.
If we can't resolve tech issues, we'll probably just try to go to the next game and see
this
if it
isn't
fares
even
any
the
better.
only way I can I'm playing Sonic 06 tonight, so you know. Yes. All Sonic 06 mods are supposed to be better than the original, but
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I haven't really noticed.
Well, there's an eternal mission from, from a number of communities on the internet that wish to try to salvage Sonic 06 with the I guess the premise that, like, it would be good if only for blank, and usually only for blank has a couple of different definitions. And I am not among those people. I really struggle to find the silver lining in that game.
Yeah.
From the story, okay, the music has a solid soundtrack. That's the silver lining. But Sega sold the soundtrack on its own, so they kind of resolve that. But it's always interesting to see the different ways that people do try to, you know, like, clean it up, find interesting things to do with it.
Like, this game just has basic design issues that even the mods and hacks and ports don't tend to deal with. Like, you know, there's enemies with massive life bars, and there's like no real battle system to speak of. So, like, you're just mashing the A button over and over again until the enemy dies, which breaks the pace of any Sonic level and is boring. Like, at the very least...
Oh, that man! Oh, that man! Oh, that man! Oh, and he's getting real close to you. Like, number one, he's a close talker. Number two, like, he is going into your face. Like, he is actively touching your face as he is talking.
And on top of that, like, obviously the game doesn't run as slow as we're seeing right now. But the game is slow. Like, it is just slow. Sonic does not run fast, aside from, like, when he's hitting a boost pad, or, like, during those terrible auto-run sequences.
Do you want to try to reboot the emulator and see if it...
Yeah, I think we are going to try that.
If it doesn't do it this time, why don't we continue on? Because it's probably the biggest viewership we've ever had.
Yeah. Okay. Like, it was over 100 last I looked. Ooh, okay. I need to set the anti-aliasing back down. I don't know how it got to 4x. Let's see. Is there anything else?
You were over-aliasing.
I'm gonna kill the reflections, and okay. I don't think there's anything I can do to the renderer.
Increase the aliasing.
Okay.
16x.
So, let's try this again.
I could have gone another power of 2, but that would have been redundant. It would have made you happy, which would have made me unhappy.
Well, you being happy also makes me happy. So there.
That's never been true. We all know that's untrue.
Tails is a good character. He's the best character, Chris.
You can't gaslight me. I spent enough time with you, man.
What if all of my fake Tails hate was the actual gaslighting?
I don't... Look, I've spent enough time with you to know that I don't think you're that good of a troll to have that be the case.
Okay, we're just gonna go with Amy Kingdom Valley. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, wait, no. I think it's running better. Oh, but she's invisible now. Yeah, she's going in and out, but...
Amy doesn't normally do that?
No, but you know, like, it would be a cool power, but I guess you'd just be stealing that from SBO.
Now, you have played this, we'll say you played this mod earlier, and
yes.
It wasn't giving you this degree of issues.
It was not,
It was just,
no.
It was just giving you the normal stuff. So we'll say, you know, Knuckles has a history of, technology deciding it hates him before he's about to go public with something.
Fun fact, that happened tonight. A bunch of stuff just broke in my setup, and I had to spend the last 10 minutes fixing it. So, you know, yeah. Okay. Where do I go from here? Oh, okay. Apparently it was that. Like, you know, Kingdom Valley is probably one of the best examples of level design in Sonic 06 because, you know, it's got a good flow to it. It feels the most like a proper Sonic adventure stage.
So I'm gonna maybe
yeah.
Give a very likely reason for that.
It just crashed on me.
Kingdom Valley, was that not the game that they predominantly used for demos and advertising?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Guess what Sonic Team does all of the time?
They make a level and polish it up for the press?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
They polish the heck out of it. Like,
I guess it is what happened with Sonic Forces, but in my experience,
here's the thing: whether it was true for like Sonic Forces or not, it is absolutely a trademark of like late Naka era Sonic.
Okay, so we are going to do another version of Sonic 06 in Sonic Generations, which should be way more stable. Unless... Oh, it's gonna start... I already put everything in the correct priority. What is it doing? Okay, let's see. Please put it higher... Score system higher than 2006 project. Great. Great. It's making me do this again.
Have you been using my spreadsheet?
I have not.
You should use this... Dude, it gives you everything that you need to,
I thought it just told me, like, platforms or something.
It told you that. It told you platforms. It told you, the prerequisites for playing each thing. Like, I specifically made this not only for you, but, like, hey, anybody else who needed this on the press side, it's like,
okay, HUD
here's
higher than
access to
definitive
everything.
Experience.
Honestly,
but the thing is, I already set this up. I put everything in the proper order, and everything is out of the proper order now. Like, gosh darn it. Okay, there we go. It's booting.
In the meantime, I've been playing Sonic Sunventure.
Ooh, and, that's a fun one.
It's interesting. Visually speaking, like, it's a really good conversion.
Yeah.
Between level aesthetics and
I guess
just having unique level designs. I think the thing that's sort of getting to me is some of the level design can get a bit rough at times. Which, I mean, yeah, it's his fan project, but I feel like it has a bit too many gotcha elements.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do remember running into some cheap stuff in that game.
That said, remember whenever you jumped over Eggman and found the other side? There's actually an exit on that side.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I should have kept going. So,
I think it took me to a different entrance to the next stage, but it did take me to the next stage.
So this is probably like the best we're gonna get in terms of Sonic 06 because it's a Sonic Generations mod. That is like the easiest thing to not screw up, you know?
Well, let's not go that far, but like
it just plays better and Sonic's faster.
It's starting from a stronger baseline for certain.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as a conversion for that, sure.
And Sonic looks nicer, and I don't know why the light speed dash isn't working all of a sudden.
Also, you lost audio again.
What? Wait, what?
That's what chat's telling me.
Okay. I just adjusted the Sonic 06 audio. Let me check OBS. Let's... Man, Sonic Generations does not like it when I do this. Okay, come on. Oh, God. Why did it switch back? Okay, property. Wait, okay. No, it's on Samsung, so... Why is it... GX, say something.
Hi, I'm saying things.
Okay, OBS is getting you. So...
Okay.
Oh, they can hear both of us, but it's the game audio that's not working. Okay.
Is there a way for you to switch... Okay. Is there a way for you to... Did I just make...
That should have fixed it.
Hi, I'm still saying things. I'm assuming OBS is saying things, or is hearing things.
No, I'm... Huh. What is going on? Okay. Samsung. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Why are we not getting game audio? This is so weird.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's a different mod. Although I believe it is a Sonic Adventure or a Sonic Generations mod. This is
Why are you
level
doing
pack.
this? Why are you doing this? Why do you have to do this tonight?
I would recommend maybe trying to, if you can, switch the graphics to windowed full screen.
Okay.
You know how to do that.
I mean, I know the shortcut. The shortcut doesn't work on Sonic Generations. Let's see.
Okay.
Alt Enter and nothing happens.
No, that's not the shortcut in all things, but sure.
F11 also doesn't work.
You're probably going to have to quit. Well, actually, you might not even be able to in this if it's like a full conversion, and it might hide some of the settings. Oh, I made it to the boss that you love so much.
Uh-huh. Okay. Jeez. You know, I painstakingly go through everything because I know things break. And then once I've done all of that, what happens? It just breaks anyway. Okay, let's see. This is so weird.
There's appreciation for your wallpaper from chat.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I specifically changed it to Archie Sonic tonight.
I specifically changed it to whatever Microsoft told me to change it to today, which is most often pictures of birds, but I don't believe it is today. Oh, no, it is still pictures of birds. It's pictures of flamingos.
Okay, I'm trying to boot Sonic Generations out of Steam. Hopefully that will change something.
Surely there are like flamingos in, like someone's a flamingo in Archie, right? There's gotta be, right?
I don't remember any flamingos in Archie. Like, there might be a background character. Wow, this is taking forever to launch. What? Come on, Sonic Generations, work with me here.
Spending time to disable your sound drivers.
Disable my sound driver. Oh, I could reset. Just reset everything in my audio. How's that?
I have no clue. I wasn't making a suggestion. I'm saying that's what the game emulator is taking its time to do.
Ah.
It's like slowly reinstalling Windows.
Oh, wait a
as
moment.
We, wait.
I see it's doing that thing where a window came up where it's asking me if I want to configure Sonic Generations, but it didn't actually come up. And it's not even showing up in front. Okay. Come on, just run. Just work with me here, Steam. Come on. You love me. I bought a Steam Deck. Come on.
That doesn't mean they love you. A lot of people bought a Steam Deck.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, it's all right. For whatever reason, I guess cannot boot it up from Steam. It's just not coming up. So let's do this. Maybe it'll work this time. And I'm still not getting any audio.
Classic ones yet. Hey JJR64. We both have a Steam Deck. I got mine on super early pre-order, and I enjoyed it. It's the type of thing where, like, you hopefully have to be someone who likes to tinker. Which, I mean, if you're watching a bunch of mod streams, you're hopefully someone who likes to tinker a bit.
I'm still not getting anything.
Then, it's pretty solid.
I just don't understand what broke. Like, I'm in audio settings. Everything's on default, including Discord, which I'm hearing you on Discord, and yet nothing. There's just nothing. I don't know where to look at this point. And I think I can't get any game audio tonight. I think that's gonna be that's the issue.
I mean, we could switch to me playing a bunch of stuff.
We could. Okay, I'm going to try something here. Whenever I'm having issues with audio, I go to YouTube and I just see if.
Oh no.
Okay, let's see. Something that's inoffensive. Digital Foundry. That'll work.
There we go.
Okay, I'm hearing Digital Foundry.
I listen to their
Valve's new
podcast.
portable hardware is a seriously impressive piece of kit.
It's very dry, and I love it.
AMD Van Gogh APU.
Okay.
The Steam Deck is capable of running most modern games at good performance levels, often equaling.
Well, I'm hearing that.
Podcast you could ever.
Systems. But last-gen performance.
So okay.
So it says they hear it. So that tells me it's probably something with the game that you maybe need to change the game output audio in.
Across multiple games, though. It's across multiple games. Like, I've tried two separate games. Okay. Sonic Adventure.
Okay. Hold on.
What?
This is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're going to open up the mod loader, you're going to disable all mods, and then you're going to open up the game, or you're going to open it up in Steam, and I think Sonic Generations has a config app that you can run. In fact, I'm going to go check on that as we speak.
It does, actually.
Then you're going to use that to config which thing you're actually running, which audio source.
Yeah.
We figured it out! Probably.
Well,
my God, I hope we did.
Steam isn't allowing me to access the config, but I can just access it, like, just through the folder. So that's what I'm going to do.
Cool.
Man.
I'm curious if you... I'm curious if you ever got the Sonic and Knuckles collection randomizer working.
Oh, I didn't even bother with that. I was busy with trying to get everything else to work. And
I actually did. It was an involved process. I had to look for external tools. I found a external tool that I needed to get it to run. It was on Sonic Retro, and the person who had it basically had it password protected on their Google Drive.
Okay,
and then I had to search for the specific.
Let's see. Audio configuration. None. No audio device. Okay, that explains it.
That's a problem.
Save and quit. Okay, I think that fixed it. Thank you for the idea.
How much audio do you want? You want none of the audio.
How did that even happen? Why did that even happen?
Sonic hacking contest, baby. It's that time of the year.
Oh, you're doing this again. Okay, let's see. Project score higher than SDH. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, visiting watchers, for once again your incredible patience.
I'm gonna have to just go through all this again. Let's see. Must be higher. Let's see. HUD must be higher. Okay, I think I see what I need to do here. Wait, no, I don't. Okay. Now then. Here we go! We got audio! And let's see. Well, we didn't lose, like, everybody, so that's something. Okay. So. And looks like the audio's still low, so that's good. GX, say something.
Hi, I'm GX, and I can actually hear the audio from the Twitch stream.
Okay, so I can hear you over it. This means that they should be able to hear both of us over it.
Oh no, Shine Spark, please don't drive and Twitch.
Yes, don't drive in Twitch, please. So so let's see. So welcome to so this has 4 stages: Wave Ocean, Crisis City, Tropical Jungle, and Kingdom Valley. And let's see. We can play. Let's see. In addition to version 2 update, you can also play Wave Ocean Blaze. Okay, last time I tried this, I couldn't find anything, but there is a handy-dandy map. So let's see. So I can go to Dusty Desert, and that's... I think that's behind me? Yeah, it's behind me. Okay. Right, just like in the actual game. Although... well, that old fogey is standing in front of it. It's interesting playing this, playing like this big old HUD in Sonic Generations, because, like, you know, Sonic Generations just wasn't really built for this. And you can tell, because there's lots of pop-in. Okay, so this is one of the worst levels in the game. So, what? Huh? Nothing's happening.
Do you jump into it? Oh no, you are trying to jump into it.
I tried to jump into it, and also the Y button isn't coming up.
I guess try a different stage.
Yeah, well, I at least know where Wave Ocean is. Sonic 06.
If you're gonna start this game, start it with Wave Ocean. Might as well.
Yeah, I guess. But I wanted to
like one song that's real good.
I wanted to try it with like with one of the worst levels available, though. Like, you know, if you manage to improve Dusty Desert, you know, that's impressive.
I have started Sonic 1 Score Rush, and I like its concept.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this aspect of it, but as you are playing, the score continuously ticks downward.
Ah.
Like,
yeah, I did notice
every
that.
Second.
And if you get hit, you lose a whole bunch of points.
I'm assuming that when you run out of score, you die. I'm also assuming that if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Huh. Well, probably shouldn't assume that. Huh. I wonder if I have to buy the Lightspeed Dash power-up.
Yes.
Well, Sonic just said yes, so I'll assume that's the case.
Yes.
Yeah, but Sonic says yes all the time.
Well, maybe he's like answering
far back
my
to Sonic CD.
Maybe he's answering my inner thoughts. Have you considered that? Maybe Sonic's psychic.
I have
like,
considered it, but I also dismissed it out of, you know, basic sanity.
Like, you know, Silver's psychic, right?
Are we certain Silver isn't just delusional?
I mean, you're supposed to say no, he's
like
telekinetic, that's something else.
He believes he's from the future.
Well, maybe he is from the future.
Look, I've watched all of Dragon Ball Z, and just because you're from the future does not mean you're necessarily psychic. Trunks was not psychic.
You know, I'm having fun right now.
Psychic.
And you know another awesome thing about this mod? It doesn't make you play as Tails. Oh wait, or is... Oh no. So the Sonic 06 improvement mod, that does improve Tails somewhat. You know how, like, Tails just, throws ring boxes? Well, like, and...
I actually remember very little about this game.
Well, see, Tails is very bad in Sonic 06. And, they do marginally improve him by, replacing his ring box attack with just, like, the tail swipe. Now, it still doesn't feel as good as Sonic, Adventure, which, you know, I'm not surprised about, because...
Sonic Adventure, he doesn't tail swipe. You basically have breakdance power.
Yeah, well, like, he does like a...
Swipe.
Yeah, he's like basically like a tornado of death in that game. I miss playing as Tails in 3D because... Whoops. Because, like, that's just so fun.
I mean, they never... They never quite made it as entertaining at any point after. Like,
no,
it's
they did
just
not.
Sonic Adventure where he's kind of okay, and then you have Sonic Heroes where, I mean, he's the same as all of them, but you're just kind of... It's like, okay, you got homing attack bullets that you get to fire at people.
And then there's Sonic Adventure 2, where he's basically just a shooter.
I remember, like, I kind of feel like there would be a good premise to a mod where if you... Obviously, I am saying this because I am a person on a website making content. I'm not saying it because any of this is realistic or easy. But if you could somehow modify Sonic Heroes to allow a single character experience.
Yeah.
And make any of that version playable, basically. Much in the same way that there have been alterations made to Sonic Adventure 2 to be able to play as any character, whether they are in the stage or they make sense for the stage.
Well, like, if they doing that in Sonic Heroes would require them to completely change the, like, the level design.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, you would have a lot... It would be similar to... If it was done, in theory. I imagine it would be similar to what you would do for Sonic, for the character modifications in Sonic Adventure 2, where basically it's like, okay, we put additional stage elements here just to, you know, get you through. Like even something as simple as in the very first set of boxes in what's it called, City Escape. If you are Eggman or Tails, they put a tire item that you can pick up and then throw to break the boxes. It's a thought. It's mostly a thought that comes from... You don't really get to play as the flight characters without their partners very much. And
yeah,
it's weird because they actually have an attack.
Like, the flight characters, they can be pretty overpowered. Like, you know...
Can they?
Well, in Sonic Adventure, they can be overpowered.
Oh.
Like, Tails is overpowered. If you mean Sonic Heroes, then, like, yeah. Like, technically, you can get through, like, most of Sonic Heroes with, like, just the flight characters. But it's just super awkward.
And, you know, it's slow, and yeah, it's weird. You kind of have to hope you get the right upgrades early enough in the stage to make it not upsetting.
Well, I will say this is better than actual Wave Ocean. Oh, I mean, like, the auto-run stuff is still bad, obviously. But, like, I was having more fun in this because, like, everything feels better, everything's functional. You know? Like, because ultimately, it's based on a much, it's just coming out based on a much better game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real here.
Yeah.
I am a big proponent of what's it called? Sonic. Oh wait, no, okay, no, you're still playing Solaris Project. I'm sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Ooh,
I was thinking you were on the other mod that you played earlier and did not work.
No. Real shame about Solaris Project, though, because I spent hours getting that to work, and this took me like 10 minutes the first time. And like I borrowed my dad's computer. I brought it from their place in Port St. That's like an hour away from where I live, and like specifically because that's the only way I'd be able to really play. That's the only way I'd really be able to play, you know, as emulated Xbox 360. Only for it does not work. And this is really weird. This is supposed to be Blaze, the cat, right now, but it's Sonic, so I guess something got glitched. So I'm gonna move on to something else.
That looks like Blaze the cat to me. It was Sonic Rush. You had Blaze the blue cat, and then you had Sonic that purple hedgehog or something like that.
Okay, let's check out Tropical Jungle. I remember this level being bad.
So I'm curious.
Yeah.
We've all, I would say, if you've been around in a fandom for long enough, you do decide as a child, like, hey, this game that is probably bad, I'm really enjoying my time with this. I don't know what people are saying that this is a bad game. Like, what do you feel was your game of that? Because I can tell you, I was super... For me, it was like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Really?
I was super into... Oh, those were the heady days of, no, IGN is wrong! And me hanging out on game FAQs like a tool.
Well, if we're going on games that I liked and have never stopped liking, I guess maybe Sonic Heroes, even though that did get decent critical reviews. It's just the community hated it. Like, at least in my experience, the community absolutely hated Sonic Heroes, and never really got quite the redemption that Sonic Unleashed has.
How about a game that you liked at first and then went back to? And then
let's see. I mean, like, I guess Sonic Adventure feels a lot glitchier now.
Sonic Adventure is held. Well, yeah, Sonic Adventure is held together with bubblegum and prayers. It's a game that it's.
Oh, I know. I'm
amazing that.
Oh wait, no, that's the opposite. One game that I didn't like at first, but like now, is Sonic Riders Zero Gravity.
Okay.
I guess you know what? Unleashed is probably the best example. Because
that you were convinced yourself of, like, no, this is great, it's amazing, it's a Sonic game, and then you went back and was like, actually...
Well, I went back and I, like, saw all the flaws. Like, the QTEs,
Gotcha.
the controls, the werehog, like, it's still a game I enjoy, but it's not a game I enjoy nearly as much. And, okay, I guess I'm stuck.
Chad is pointing out, are you stuck in a log?
Yes, I'm stuck in the log.
Are you basically stuck in a 2D plane? Is that what's going on here?
I think so. Like, these are the kinds of issues you're gonna run into with these demos.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just gonna say it now. This hack is really impressing me. Like, it's this kind of this weird middle ground between older Sonic and Sonic Generations. You know, it's not as boosterific, but it's still kind of got that feeling of Sonic Generations without being like a full-on boost game.
Without feeling like it has rush level design.
Yeah.
Oh, Joey Smash, I have bad news because Sonic 06 is Sonic Adventure 3. And I will say that till the day I die.
It looks like I also cannot boost through enemies. I thought I could, but I must have just been homing attacking them and not remembering it. Because I think the fact this is Sonic 06, but it's also Sonic Generations, is just kind of messing with my brain. I want to boost through things.
It's honestly the Sonic the Sonic 06's Sonic Adventure argument is probably our biggest long-standing disagreements between Knuckles and myself.
I mean, like, it is effectively Sonic Adventure 3, but it's not, like, it doesn't mean we won't eventually get Sonic Adventure 3. Well, we are eventually going to get, like, proper Sonic Adventure 3.
I mean, my statement is that my stance is that we probably shouldn't, and I know your stance is you would really like to have it.
Like, man, okay. Either I need to be able to boost through enemies, or there need to be fewer enemies in this, like, straight path in front of me.
I guess you could just try to dodge them instead of
I guess, but that goes against every instinct of mine. Yeah, I kill everything. Well, that's what I do.
As a human being, you have the capacity to fight your basic instincts.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You do. Can you buy a bag of chips without eating the entire bag in one sitting?
Well, yeah, but that's because if I do that, I get sick.
Exactly. Well, don't eat the entire bag of enemies, or you'll.
Well, I just don't have an urge to eat the whole bag. But I do have an urge to kill these enemies.
Well, don't eat the whole bag of enemies, or you'll get sick.
Oh, I won't get that sick.
You died several times. You're getting pretty sick.
There we go.
You just lost all your rings.
Well, you're a little behind.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how Twitch works.
Yeah, but a little further behind than I thought. Okay, let's hope I don't get stuck this time. Man, this is going to be getting higher recommendation than I. Oh, dang it! I did not have a homing attack in time. This is getting a higher recommendation from me than I thought it would.
Janet Ross, I will say the stance that I've always had is there is a separation between what is good and what is fun. You can like whatever you want and call it fun. Like, you can, like, there is no restrictions on what you can like. I do, however, feel like you kind of have to have a few more restrictions on what you call good. And good would be something that you would recommend to others and believe they would have a similar experience.
So, going back to Shadow the Hedgehog, I mean, so, like, you know, things that we liked that other people didn't like. Like, at first when Shadow the Hedgehog came out, I was enjoying it, but then, like, midway through the game, the game just suddenly broke me. Like, there was this city level that had no level design, it was just wide open. You had to, do this stuff with, bombs. And, like, it was just terrible.
Quite honestly, like, I can tolerate most of what it's doing, what it's doing, what would you call it, in terms of actual gameplay. Much in the same way that, like, it's not that far removed from what Sonic Heroes was doing in gameplay. Like,
yeah.
if you really get down to it, it's basically like, well, you're just playing as a speed character the whole time. But that said, like, its stage, its level design is what really hurts it.
Yeah, its level design is terrible. Its mission design is terrible. Like, there are a couple of levels I think are, like, that can be genuinely fun. Like, there's this one level that takes place in these ancient ruins in the sky, and it's got a nice sense of speed and everything. But, but, like, you know, ultimately there are way more of the bad levels.
I think for me what it comes down to is, like, I've just played, at this point, I've played too many platformers in 3D that sort of, you know, get it right. Because, like, at the time, it was certainly a time in which the bulk of what but, like, I was playing a lot of Sonic. Like, Sonic was the thing that I would just play for fun all the time. And
Yeah.
at this point, I'm just I'm playing enough different things and diverse things and things from many different creators, and kind of feeling like, okay, I get what the criticisms are more so than I did whenever I was in like late middle school, early high school.
All right. Let's try Crisis City. Yeah, I just, unfortunately, there's just a part in that level that just kills you, unfortunately.
Wait, are you on a...
I'm on
was
Crisis
that the
City
original
now.
game? Did the original game have surfing?
No, Wait, no, yeah, this is from the original game, but,
Okay.
But it's a, Sonic... It's the Sonic Generations version of it.
Okay. Fair enough.
And, the Sonic 06 version works terribly, obviously. Like,
wait, okay, clarify something for a second for me, because I think I got confused as to what we're actually doing right now.
Yeah.
Is this I put Sonic 06 into Sonic Generations?
Yeah, yes it is.
Oh, okay.
I thought you knew that. I kept talking about how Generations is a much better base, which is why I'm having more fun.
Your bar there still says you're on Solaris Project.
Oh, I never changed it because I thought I'd be playing Solaris Project for an hour. But, you know, then it broke. Okay, I will, I'm gonna go change that real quick. I have so many issues dealing with,
I was looking at this thinking, like, wait a minute. If they did work on Sonic 06, that's a lot of work that they did.
Oh,
and the answer is yes, they made a whole different game. And then over to something else.
Let's see. Unfortunately, I lost the web page, so that's going to take me a minute. Let's see. I put it in this. Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna come out of this hacking contest being a master of HTML.
I mean, I already knew how to do this. I guess it, like, you know, I guess I haven't done in like a decade. Okay. So I actually don't even remember what the name of the mod is, so I'll need to go over Sonic Hacking Contest and look that up. Okay, so we are doing, wow, that's a long title. Okay, I'm just going to go with Sonic 06 Definitive Experience by Brian Yu. Copy. Paste.
Hey, Joby Smash, I would say both timelines. Both timelines merged.
Save. What was the question?
Which timeline are we in? Is it Vlasic or Vlasic?
Okay. There we go. Updated.
I'd make a reference to a game, but in saying what game I would want to reference, I would be giving away a massive spoiler for that game. So I won't specify.
This was one of the few Sonic 06 stages I would go back to for a while.
Yeah, it seems fine. Like it seems a little bit rough around the edges, but yeah, it's interesting. It's absolutely interesting. Like, I like to see projects like this, specifically with how much people have done with Sonic Generations specifically. Like, there's so many levels that people have just been able to take from their original source material and put in it. With the fact that, like, hey, the internet's not particularly thrilled that there's not a PC version of what's it called? Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah.
Basically, it feels like there's been a lot of work done to make a PC version of Sonic Unleashed.
And that is also one of the more impressive mods I've played. It's provided it works as well as it did for me offline. I do want to take a look at that. Anyway, like, Brian, this is I guess a super impressive rendition of Sonic 06. This is a hack I'm gonna be following, I think.
Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the Sonic 06 is on any front redeemable beyond the soundtrack. But you know, if you're gonna play Sonic 06, it seems like a pretty solid way to play it.
Well, like, this isn't really redeeming Sonic 06, because,
No.
like, that general level we were playing, it is significantly different.
It looked like a level.
I mean, it was a level from the game, but they did change a lot from it to make it function in Generations. Mm-hmm. And they did the same thing with Wave Ocean. They added, they changed the design to make it fit. To make it fit within this new gameplay style. It's just more entertaining to play. Like, no enemy life bars, that's great too. Like, there's room for boosting. It feels good.
Joby Smash in chat says, I wonder if in 2030 we'll have fully optimized fan ports of all bad Sonic games, and now people just think Sonic is good and always has been. I would say, if you think that you can somehow turn Sonic Jam for the Gamecom into a really solid Sonic fan game, I await your submission and will play it wholeheartedly.
What about Sonic Labyrinth? Oh, dang it.
I feel like the way that you fix Sonic Labyrinth is that you just make a sprite mod of Kirby Dream Course.
One way this keeps throwing me off is that the homing attack doesn't have the range from Generations, and so I keep like going for attacks that won't actually work.
Now let me be blunt here.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the topic has come up in chat. Is like, I like this Sonic game that, generally speaking, people consider bad.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I like most Sonic games. I would say there's very few that I would actively dislike. Now, sometimes that like comes from a sense of irony, because I'm an irony monster who consumes Mystery Science Theater riff tracks, bad music albums, bad TV shows, and other stuff like that. But, hey, just real quick in chat, we're trying to keep language in chat a little bit kinder than that, because we try to lead, like, PG-13 if we can, so not gonna make a big deal about it, but just like, yeah.
I have suppressed multiple curse words tonight.
Yep.
It was hard.
Don't worry, Pat, man. I'm keeping on. Like I said, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. Not gonna like sit here and like, oh, you're banned for using those. No, we only try to really ban people who are trying to, be disruptive or anything. But
yeah. Okay. This is definitely getting a write-up from me. So in terms of the retro classic games, by the way, the hacks, I do recommend checking out Ancient Isles.
Oh, Janik, I will comfortably tell you, 4Kids did not screw up Sonic. Well,
I mean, they made it worse at the very least.
here's the thing. 4Kids didn't do it because they wanted to be more kid-friendly. No, that's how they screwed up One Piece. They screwed up One Piece by trying to make it more broadcast TV-friendly. No, they screwed up Sonic X because they are a company that did things on the very, very, very cheap because they were working with broadcast TV rates. And that's kind of what they had to do to survive the coming death of Saturday morning cartoons for as long as they did. Which basically means, like, well, they got their scripts really cheap. They cut things out in order to fit American time constraints of programs. And that's kind of...
And they also and the voice acting was also typically pretty bad. And GX, I'm just gonna tell you something that might annoy some people. Out of all the 4Kids voice actors, the one that that never ever grew on me. Well, okay, most of the 4Kids voice actors never grew on me after
I will
they
say
left.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say this. Obviously, we both feel the same about Mike Pollock. Mike Pollock is
Mike Pollock's great. Yes.
National treasure. I feel okay about Amy's voice actor, whose name escapes me. I think
yeah,
that
she got better. She got
show.
better once she left.
Everyone kind of got better
4Kids.
once they left.
Well, Jason Griffith
He took
never
a while.
really got there.
People, okay. I will say this. I don't think Jason Griffith. Well, okay. Look, I'm not here to be controversial. I would just say, not everything that Jason Griffith. I think his best role is Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed, Black Knight, Secret Rings, like that was kind of where he found his sweet spot.
I might only say Sonic Unleashed. But sure.
Oops.
But at the same time, he also had... How should I put this? He also had an entire 3 to 4 season anime to try to find the character. And while voice direction absolutely has a lot to do with that, we will never discount the value of actual voice acting and the power that it holds, or the power of actual voice direction holds over and performance. I will emphasize that, like, at some point, the man can't emote, or the man was not emoting. Like,
at least not as Sonic.
He has had other roles in other series that I enjoy. Just, you know, I kind of listen to what Roger Craig Smith does, and he has some range there. Like, he has versions of his Sonic, or his Sonic can slip into different tones in a much more natural way, and I think that honestly comes from him being a much more diverse voice actor. That said, I have a lot of this is not a particularly... This is a rough section.
Yeah, and I know what I need to do, but I'm just not fast enough. So, I'm gonna get it, but it's gonna take me another try or two, probably.
I have a lot of hope for the Sonic Prime version of Sonic.
Whoa! Dang it! Come on! Dang it!
Oh! You're gonna die soon, aren't you?
Yes.
That was an impressive run, though.
Yeah. Like, this is genuinely Oh, dang it. This is a genuinely fun boost section for me, even though it's really hard and I keep dying. Okay, I need to focus. Oh, dang it! It's like I'm pressing it just a second too late.
Yeah, there's discussion in the chat of Sonic and the Black Knight, and
I hate the game, but the voice acting's solid, so make it back what you will.
Yeah, I was about to say, like I said, there aren't a lot of Sonic games that I actively, like, really dislike. But
it
Sonic
is the
Black Knight was
antithetical
one of them.
Sonic game. Like,
I remember when people were so mad about that IGN review, and I got through that game, and it was the only Sonic game I ever resold. And it
wow.
was like, yeah, actually, I understand people are upset that that they, I don't know, heavy air quotes, didn't finish the game, but quite honestly, I feel like that's quite.
I didn't finish the game for, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years or something? Ah!
I actually got really far in that game. I think I made it up to the second, like, the actual, like, final last thing that you can do, Shadow Battle, and I found it so incredibly frustrating and unfair and unfun and... Whew. I think I've got questions about what Ryan Drummond is doing this days, and he's like a theater actor at this point, isn't he? Or something?
Yeah, I think so. I remember I looked up what he was doing years ago, a couple years ago, when they were like, oh, sheesh, when they were, you know, when we thought Roger Craig Smith was leaving. And I thought, okay, is he available?
Yeah, we at least looked into it. We heard, like, I guess his agents at least tried to get in contact or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't take that as word because I'm shaky on my
well, it's something I remember
even saying it.
that did happen. His agent did reach out, but because that was it. And at this point, I am wondering if, like, Roger Craig Smith, is that just like a negotiating tactic on Roger Craig Smith's part or something? I don't know. Oh, dang it. Okay.
It could just, yeah, who knows?
Like, it's weird that, like, he was gone for a couple of months, and then he's back.
It was truly odd, and, I'm not going to delve into the topic more beyond that because of, stuff that happened.
Yeah. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Freaking finally.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that you did, because you did actually get all the syllables out there, Knuckles.
No, I didn't. It was very unintelligible.
We have to hold ourselves to the same expectations that we hold.
Well, I'm sorry. That felt like I was on a razor's edge there. So that was a garbled curse word of relief.
There was so much stage memorization in that segment. Oh, it.
But you know how I am about memorization. I was having fun. And it felt good to pull it off.
You keep telling me that. I guess it's making more sense now that you're right. So we can have that argument in front of chat. And I can once again absorb all of the ill will from the Sonic fan community regarding the things that I don't like.
Well, we're at least united on Jason Griffith's voice acting as Sonic. Although, I'm sure he's a very nice person.
I have no gripes about the person personally. I don't know him personally.
Yeah, but I don't know. Whenever you say you don't like someone's work, people on the internet will say, "Oh, so you don't like you hate them or something." Huh. Okay, so it looks like I mean, like speed dash has not worked for me, but it looks like I might need it. So
I mean, I will gladly say there are people whose work that I love that I do not like them as people.
You know, Ken Penders played a big role in my childhood, but woof.
You can't.
Like, I don't even need to say anything. We all know.
I have not here. Let me put it this way. I am like 80-20. With the 80% being he is being sincere in the things that he says and does on Twitter, and 20% that somehow this is the biggest gaslight possible.
I mean, I don't know. Either he lies a lot or he's very delusional. Like, it's one or the other.
Yes.
There's part of me that sees some of the stuff that happens and just thinks, like, the problem is, if this was a joke, okay, Chase Townsend, no, we're not gonna be...
Yeah, no, do not say that, no.
Yeah,
oh, no, darn it!
That is not the vibe that we keep in.
Yes.
I mean, Bunny Best Girl, I think I'm way smarter than I actually am.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I'm very smart at all.
You have a very high opinion of yourself.
Yeah, sure. That's what anxiety does to a person. It gives them a very high opinion of themselves.
Yes.
I certainly don't dwell on all the mistakes I've made across my life whenever I have a moment to myself. No, I mean, I made it through all of Sonic Sad Hill. It was like, oh, this is, I'm not going to call this a good game, but it sure is an entertaining game.
Okay, so...
But yeah, like,
okay, so X is the boost button.
The problem is I don't know, there are certain things that are like, and so, I would say this, when I say this, just imagine that I'm talking about Sonic Sad Hill. Is that there's a part of all of this that is incredibly funny. And I want to, and because it's so funny, I want to believe it is a joke.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think it is. Oh, there's enemies back there.
For now, I choose to believe it is because it makes me able to live with myself a little bit more. Hey, Bunny Best Girl. Let me tell you about Sonic Sad Hill. It's actually, over on a bot in our Twitch channel and on YouTube. Sonic Sad Hill is a Genesis ROM hack from, previous hacking contests that, I would say its level design is quite trying. It's very rough. It is a mod that comes in 2 languages, English and Russian, and it is a ROM hack. How should I describe it? It is a Sonic ROM hack that is basically about existential dread, I guess. No. It's a ROM hack where the all of the areas are strange and surrealist and repeat a little bit too often, and gain and drop mechanics, like time to time. Like you'll just spend a stage with a different mechanic, and then it will drastically change.
Oh, okay. I finally figured out the Lightspeed dash. It's the X button.
Gotcha. And every stage begins with, or every time you beat the stage, instead of saying something like Sonic got through Act 1, it says something like, nobody will love you, or wake up, or Tails is not your friend, or you will die alone. And as someone who absolutely does enjoy dark humor, it's like, this is hilarious. This plays into just, I don't know. There's a series I watch called Panelists, which is a panel show done by a bunch of Canadian comedians, and there's a mantra that one of them gave in response to a question that is effectively, "Oh no, existential dread." Anything but existential dread in the same...
Well, I think that's going to do it for this mod. So, we're going to move on to something else.
I had a good time, and everyone insisted, like, oh, this is a bad game. And I just absolutely loved whatever was going on with it.
Unfortunately, I couldn't really tune into that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so we're going to do Sonic Unleashed Reimagined.
Reimagine me some Unleashed.
I'm going to try. Let's hope it works.
Let's play another game within a different game. This is emulated Sonic Unleashed, which reminds me. Oh, right.
Let's see. Sonic Unleashed. I was like doing this regularly this morning, but I just keep forgetting now.
Sega.
Okay. There we go. Save. And button. So,
asks, what do we imagine Sonic Unleashed to be now? I guess I'll let you go ahead and set up what we're doing first.
It's a better game, and it's also too loud, so let me adjust the volume. Hopefully this doesn't break anything.
Yeah,
let's see. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, like, Sonic Unleashed it has this resurgence that I kind of can't relate to. Like,
for me, I can relate to it easily because oh no, it's running slow. Okay, because I've always enjoyed this game. Like always, like I said, like even though I go back to it and it has issues, like
thank you, Bunny Girl. Thank you, Bunny Best Girl. Yes, Sonic Unleashed is now a game about the military-industrial complex. Absolutely.
Okay, let's see. Is there anything I can do to make this run better from here? It doesn't look like it. Okay, well, before... sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I have the opinion that, like, the HD version has better Werehog stages, and the Wii version has better daytime stages. And if you could somehow combine, like, the level design of one with the level design of the other, and remove the other half of it, it's like,
I'll be honest, the daytime stages in the Wii version have never grabbed me.
What I liked about the daytime stages in the Wii one is it felt more like a racing game. It felt a little bit more streamlined in that way, so that whenever, at least I remember, whenever I, whenever, yeah. Hey,
Did you lose your train of thought?
Hey guys in chat, I'm trying to keep up in Chaz, like, hey, you know what, guys, I will sit here and tell you, there is nothing in Sonic.exe as a basic concept of what that is that I am into. Let's try not to rag on our great modders.
Yeah.
It may not be for me.
Wasn't for me either, but that's because I just don't like horror games, and that's clearly what I was going for. So, you know, like I said on stream, just not my cup of tea.
I don't, it's not the vibe we want to keep here. We're not saying you have to be, we're not saying you have to love something. We're just saying, like, if you're going, let's be academic about some stuff. Let's be academic with, like, hey, this is why we feel about things.
So last time, so last time I played this, the performance would come and go like this, like it be bad like this, and then it gets better. And so I'm gonna stick around with it for a bit, and hopefully it improves. But it's at least I consider it to be at least playable, unlike the Sonic 06.
What was recommended for this? My broad understanding, based off of secondhand conversations, so take this with a big bag of salt.
Yeah.
Is that it was specifically recommended to play this one via the Canary version of. I
downloaded the exact version of Canary that was recommended.
Yeah.
And it was also recommended that I go into Notepad and adjust the gamma levels, which I did. Like before, this game was super dark.
But even then, my broad understanding is that it is supposedly supposed to run. The game itself is supposedly supposed to run better on the PS3 emulator.
Huh? That's not something I heard. Heard that the PS3 emulator wasn't working properly or something?
It's something like that. But I mean the game in general, the original game.
Seaside Hill, huh? Well, anyway, so basically what this does is it takes Sonic Unleashed and it makes it better, honestly. It changes the look of levels, it changes textures, adds characters, changes physics, and most importantly for me personally, it also toggle the shadow, very good. It also remaps the homing attack to the A button, and so I'm no longer accidentally boosting into things. Huh?
Oh yes,
that's weird. Didn't work. So, like, there are multiple different Sonic skins. I think this is just the default, though. And there's also 2 other playable characters in Blaze, which we saw earlier. And also Shadow, which I tried to activate, but I guess didn't work, or maybe I did something wrong. Now, Empire City is a level I used to be really good at, but after not touching Unleashed in like 5 or 6 years, I lost all my skill, and so now I'm kind of garbo at it, unfortunately. Oh, I hate these. I was really hoping they'd get rid of the QTEs, but I guess not. That's the next thing that needs to go in the next demo. Please just replace the QTEs with mashing the A button.
I don't know, that might actually be a bit more difficult. Like I don't
maybe. I don't know
exactly they I don't know where the modding scene with this type of thing is at yet.
I didn't know there was a modding scene until like a couple months ago. But, so this is actually, like, the best Unleashed has ever run via emulator for me. Like, okay, technically this isn't the best. It was running better earlier today. But, like, you know, it used to crash frequently. Couldn't even get through the first level of Apatos. avocados, but you can complete that in this version, and like it works even better in the hacked version. So you know, like if you want to play Unleashed emulated, you know, and you don't have an Xbox Series X or One, this is the way to do it. What?
I've been trying to slowly get one of those. Work my way up to getting one.
An Xbox One X?
Yeah. I'm not there yet. I'm still waiting for, like, hey, here's software to really prove its proof of concept, but not quite there yet.
I don't think you're ever really gonna get that with the Xbox. Like, cause everything's gonna be going to like PC or something.
You're not wrong, but at some point, like, I'm not gonna want to upgrade my PC card. But also, it's nice to have the Game Pass. It's nice to have it for the Game Pass element, and I don't want to start with a Series S and then feel like I need to upgrade later. That would be something that Shigs would do. Don't mean to slam on him too hard. That was a bit harsh.
That was a bit mean. Yeah.
That was a bit mean of me. I apologize. But yeah,
Let's see.
As a Game Pass user, it's something that I think I would eventually like, but I'm also someone who does not own a 4K TV yet.
Yeah, I've had a 4K TV for a while, but I just have no real strong motivation to get a 1X yet. Like, I think maybe, like, once we start getting some games that are, like, exclusive to PC and 1X that I really want... Oh, it just crashed on me. That happens every now and then. I'm gonna bring it back. Let's see what... Oh, 11:27. Let's see. 10 through 11. Okay, I still have an hour. I still have an hour and a half left. Man, I just realized I'm going to be 10 through 11, 11, 12. I'm going to be streaming until 1 a.m. tonight. Dang. Oh, well, at least I have no streams tomorrow. Tomorrow, I hope my Sonic Stadium stuff's going to be focused on writing.
Yes, same. Although I have some other, we'll say, obligations.
Yeah, obviously. I think after this, I am going to move on to some Sonic Adventure mods. We're going to do one more stage. Let's see. Rooftop Resort Act 1 is supposed to work, so I guess it just crashed to crash. Because that's just what Xenia Canary does sometimes.
Have you tried it all yet on the Steam Deck at all?
No, I have been all focused on just getting stuff ready for the stream.
Fair enough.
And I was preferring streaming on the Steam Deck versus on the this versus the Steam Deck. And after this, I want to go what now?
I've heard decent things in general about being able to run mods and hacks and stuff on there, but I don't know to what degree. Like anything that would be one of the Genesis or classics thing would be great.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll be necessarily getting.
Well, I did have a Xbox 360 emulator running on. I was like playing Sonic 06 on it.
Why, Alex? I want you to answer that question for me, please, now that you put it out there in the public record. Specifically
for tonight, even though it ended up running pretty badly.
Fair enough. For those of you who do not regularly follow us, we have regular streams across the week here on Sonic Stadium. We run 2 shows. One of them is a music show called Sega Sonic Radio, which is sort of like a abbreviated version of the actual streaming radio feed that Sonic Stadium used to run. Only this case, it's just like a weekly playlist, we'll say, plus some DJ banter. And the other one is one called Almost Every Sonic. And it's my attempt to play every Sonic game and ultimately failing, including the weird stuff and the not-so-good stuff.
Wow, Spagonia looks different.
We're currently in a playthrough of, what's it called?
Sonic Unleashed Reimagined.
I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry. You mean for
you're
AES?
Yeah, well, you're trying to get things ready. I'm just filling time. Okay, for Shadow. Enjoy Shadow instead.
You're playing Sonic Boom. That's what you were gonna say.
I'm in the middle of a playthrough of Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric.
You know, one thing I've never understood is why they don't make Shadow and Blaze just playable alternate clone characters in these Boost games.
I mean,
they work so well.
I could give you an answer, and I'm not sure if it's a great answer, but it is an answer.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a lack of resources. I suspect it's more along the lines of just not being interested in it philosophically. I don't think we're really in the era anymore of, well, I have to play as all of these different characters. And, like, I know that's something that really excites Sonic fans, you know,
like
being
me,
able to play as your favorite character, even if it's just sort of more of a skin than anything. But by and large, I just like. It's the idea of it being, I guess, a Sonic game, and it not really being as it once. I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
Sonic Team is no longer obsessed with making other characters playable.
Yeah, basically. They're not making Sonic Adventure games anymore. They're not making games like Sonic Adventure anymore.
Or Sonic Heroes.
Or Sonic Heroes, it's true.
That had the most characters.
Yeah. There's always part of me that likes that stuff, but there's another part of me that kind of am pretty okay with them just sort of focusing on making Sonic himself, like, more interesting. Like, how should I put this? I was actually thinking today while I was making breakfast, and yes, sometimes I just sit and think, like I said, this is what anxiety does to people, about why I am more okay with something like the story of Sonic Lost World than I am with, like, the story of Sonic Adventure 2 anymore. And
probably because of the tone, I would imagine.
Tone's absolutely part of it, but I think what else I like is Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are not stories that are about Sonic. They're stories where Sonic is just a general participant. Even Sonic 06 really isn't about Sonic, it's just that Sonic is involved.
Yeah.
Sonic Lost World is a story that is about Sonic. Sonic screws something up, he kind of makes things a little bit worse as he attempts to fix things, and ultimately at the end, he kind of is able to resolve the main issues by putting a bit more trust in people that he should have trusted in the first place, I guess.
You mean Tails?
Yeah.
I guess. My issue with Lost World is that even though it's like tonally lighter than Sonic Adventure 2, it's still weirdly serious and just doesn't feel right.
I'm not saying they're successful on it. I am absolutely not saying like they deliver on what they attempt to do. But I get the idea of it more than I feel like there is a closer idealized version of what they were trying to do, more so than there is a idealized version of what they were trying to do with Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2.
I mean, I think there is an idealized version of what they're trying to do with Sonic Adventure 2. Like, the main issue with Sonic Adventure 2 for me is that Shadow, like, is supposed to have a character arc, and they just kind of, they fail.
Well, that's my issue, is Sonic's character arc, Shadow's character arc is, he forgot that his childhood friend told him not to murder everyone.
Yeah.
That's the crux of that story, is that he forgot his childhood friend's like, well, I need to murder everyone. And she said, oh, don't, Shadow, in my dying wish, don't murder everyone. Save everyone instead.
Shadow could have had a good story arc if, like, he was all like, if he, like, was cognizant of what Maria wanted, was all like, no, I don't care, I'm gonna get revenge for you. And then, like, he comes around over the course of the game. Instead of just being dead set on revenge the entire time, and then, like, because every girl reminds him of Maria, Amy says, like, 3 words to him, he's all like, I no longer want to kill everyone. I'm coming to save you, Sonic.
Honestly, like, I'm getting some... We'll say there's some criticism in chat, like, hey, I kind of... People are like, hey, it's not like Lost Hex is really a place, and it just sort of comes from nowhere. It's not. And my response to that is, that only matters if you believe Sonic actually has a meaningful canon, which I absolutely do not.
I certainly prefer it when Sonic media has a sense of place. That's kind of been a bit of an issue that I've had with IDW, is that the world feels underdeveloped. But
Jonic Ross asks, but when has Sonic writing ever had good character arcs? And I will say, I think Chip has a good character arc.
Yeah, Chip, like, Unleashed, in my view, has one of the best stories in a Sonic game. Precisely because of Chip.
I 100% agree. I think that's the one Sonic game where they attempted a more lighthearted tone and actually succeeded on it. Aside from, like, Sonic Mania or something.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
And like, it's
hilarious because it's the one where they had the most self-permission or tonal permission to not have a particularly lighthearted arc, but they decided to go for it anyway.
Yeah. And I would also argue that, like, they at least made a solid attempt with Tails and Sonic Adventure. Like, he had to learn to get along without Sonic, and he did, and he defeats Robotnik and everything, Yeah,
it had awkward writing, but, kind of. E102 character arc, I'm hearing in chat, and yeah, I generally like the B102. I think...
What helps E102 work is that he... Okay, I guess we're done with Sonic Unleashed tonight. I almost beat that. What makes E102 work for me is that, like, there's no dialogue, and so they have to tell the stories purely through visuals. And they're fairly effective there. What?
No, hold on. No. I'm gonna argue that he has the best voice actor in that game.
That's because he just has to be a robot.
Every line delivery in that game is amazing.
This is not the right room. Okay, so we are going to do Sonic Adventure now. It looks like I haven't actually put the mods in the folder. Crap. Okay.
I'll be real, Rista. They absolutely could have done more with Lost Hex, but I'm saying that from the perspective that Sonic Lost World is my idealized aesthetic of Sonic.
Okay, let's get this over here.
It felt like the perfect, stylistically, maybe not necessarily in level design and controls. Stylistically, it felt like the perfect marriage of classic Sonic and modern Sonic.
I like Sonic Lost World.
I grew to like Sonic Lost World, but man, when it first came out, we had quite the argument back on
yes, we did.
the podcast. It's funny because I have really softened on that game over time, and that was like the one pain point between us. And the other one has been Sonic Forces, because I think you guys are a lot harder than I am on that one.
I don't feel like I've ever... Like, for me, Sonic Forces was, like, a mediocre game.
I think Shigs has the most animosity towards it.
Yeah.
Of all three of us. I kind of liked it at the time. I've certainly softened on it, but I also think that there was an element of it that, like, man, I beat this game really quick.
Yeah, like, for me...
For which some people, that was a negative for it, and for me, it was like, oh man, I beat this game really... It was a very brisk experience.
Well, my issue is that the levels just feel like they have no meat on them.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, if we want to... Oh, JJR, if we want to get into the Zeddy, let me tell you, I don't think they're great in that, but if you ever want to have a really fun, weird 15 minutes, there's a YouTube channel that has just extracted all the voice clips of every character in Team Sonic Racing. Just put on any character, including Zavik, because number one, Zavik's voice actor in Team Sonic Racing specifically is fantastic. It's Patrick Seitz.
Right. I need to adjust the audio.
Either Frankie from One Piece, or more importantly, why am I missing this character name? I'm coming up. I'm googling it really quickly.
I'm sorry. I missed what you're talking about.
He is Dio's voice actor in JoJo. And he
does
Zavik in Team Sonic Racing. I don't have a specific name for the channel, JGR. I would say, I don't know, just say Team Sonic Racing voice clips character. And then there is so much dialogue in Team Sonic Racing. It's amazing, because every character has multiple reactions to every other character that, for like 5 or 6 different incidents. Like, if someone passes you, they have like 3 different lines per character. If someone shares another item, it's like, if you go through the story mode and you're sick of Knuckles saying the same thing each time, that's only because Knuckles doesn't normally get paired with other teams, and he has reactions to other people.
This is Sonic Adventure DX Chaos Edition version 2 by Veritas DL. What this does is it randomizes certain elements. Like, it can add a bunch of effects, it can make things work and not work. I'm going to play one level before I move on to something else, because that sounds like something that's more up GX's alley.
Oh, this looks amazing to me. Like, this was one of my shortlist things that I would absolutely love to play.
Well, for me, it's just, hey, I went through the trouble of setting up Sonic Adventure on my computer, might as well run this.
Small newsflash. Apparently, the Japanese Sonic YouTube channel finally has a trailer up for the Sonic Netflix series, Sonic Prime.
Oh,
it's the same. It's the same trailer, but it's just in Japanese.
Oh, okay, good. I guess the only news from that might be the voice acting. I would assume that it's the Japanese Sonic voice actor, given how Japan is.
It would not surprise me.
Well, so far I've not noticed anything different in terms of the effects.
So, okay, are you aware of what this game's premise is?
It randomizes certain effects that so like it'll change the aspects of the game every time you play. At least that's like
a little bit. It's supposed to invoke different effects across the span of the stage at randomized intervals.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm gonna bring up the page here because let's not underestimate what exactly is going on here.
I probably should have picked a longer stage then, because Emerald Coast doesn't really give a whole lot of time for something like that.
Probably not. Like, I imagine if you do something like the Temple 1S Sonic, that gives you a lot of opportunities to die. That'd be added. Okay, major changes since the previous version. This mod doesn't change anything in the game's levels. It uses the mod loader, which automatically activates and deactivates random codes at random times. So, hey. So, you know all the codes that are built into the randomizer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm being told in chat from Jesus PK97. I'm assuming Jesus. I apologize if it actually pronounced as Jesus. Hi, the config of the mod was shipped incorrectly, and it has a high amount of time to produce effects.
Oh.
You have to reset it in the config menu. So we might need additional config before we try to do this. But
okay, I'm gonna quit then.
I will keep this in mind for Sunday, because there is a very good chance that I will attempt to play this myself.
Well, it might be best for me to just leave it for you, but
because let me read what happens. It has 30 new effects. It will randomly turn on and off various codes. It will give you a random power up. It will randomly hurt you. It will give you random speed. It will set your speed caps randomly at times. It will just kill your momentum at times. It will spawn random items like a spring or a spike ball. It will give you just random shields.
Okay.
It will randomly spawn a snowboard for the next 500 frames.
Okay. That sounds funny. I'll give it that.
It will spawn a Tikal hint orb with random custom text and voice.
So do you have any? I'm in the mod right now. Do you have any idea like what I need to do to fix it?
We might have to figure this out off air. I don't want to. Okay,
all right.
We troubleshooted enough on here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so Sonic Adventure 2 battle then. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I need to edit things again. Where is that notepad?
I'd say Arista, the art doesn't immediately do it for me, particularly like the backgrounds, but I will say the motion of the characters is very good, and I appreciate that coming off of Sonic Boom, which I loved.
Sonic Boom was great, but yeah,
I love
animation.
Sonic Boom, but Sonic Boom was a show where everything meaningful that happened were characters talking with each other. And as soon as they attempted to move through the environment in a way that is supposed to be believable, it was not.
Okay, so we're going to do modern Sonic Adventure 2 version 6.
Cool.
The Trial. Okay.
Ooh, is it a Ace Attorney conversion?
No. Not everything is Ace Attorney, Chris. I keep telling you.
Gotcha. Thank you. Jesus in chat says, all you really have to do in the mod loader for the Chaos mod in DX is basically just set the timer to something different.
Huh. Okay, well,
I don't know if you want to give that another try or if you want to save it for me.
I'll save it for you.
Cool.
Except, unless I have time to kill at the end of the night, then maybe, but... Okay, let's Alt-Enter. Huh. Okay.
Alt-Enter doesn't do what you think it does in most game applications.
Well,
most time in game applications, you have to do so through the options within the game menu. Although in the case of Sonic Adventure 2, you're going to want to go into Steam and use the actual config page.
Oh, full screen. I can get set to full screen on the SA2 mod manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it works too.
There we go.
Yeah, these ports are something else.
Yeah, I have to say, like, what Sonic fans have been able to do just never ceases to amaze me.
There is a lot of ways in which they have fixed the ability to play Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 on PC.
Oh god, Sonic Adventure DX is just like so broken without fan mods, I swear.
It really is. It really is. It's miserable. It's absolutely miserable that they made it 4x3.
So this is one of the... What the heck? Well, this is different. Huh. Well, this is one of the few mods where I have some experience with the previous version. I've never cared for... I haven't really cared for the previous versions of the Modern Sonic Adventure 2, but because it just feels too fast and loose and it breaks certain segments of the game, but this feels a bit better, although I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing right now.
So I can go through the list of changes. Number one, you're going to notice this looks very different than vanilla Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. This was not in the previous demo, so I'm surprised.
Right. There's some stuff changed, there's control changes, there's level design changes, stuff like, you know, not having the homing attack, or basically not having the light dash be on the same button as the somersault.
Oh, really?
You know, that's not a great idea. But yeah, level changes, some volume controls, changes to the after image element of it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm reading the list of mods that are... Okay. Not a lot of, like, harsh audio clips. Different balancing for it. Basically taking a lot of later Sonic assets and porting them to Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. And, like, they do add... I know that in City Escape, they have voice clips that tries to make it more... that makes it more cinematic. The guy they hired for Sonic does a really good Ryan Drummond impression. But man, I was not expecting a completely different level. This took me completely by surprise.
It is making me very upset, the moment of running into the camera.
Yeah, but it worked better than I thought it would, honestly.
That's true. I guess it's okay to Crash Bandicoot things if it's not really going to hurt you. I think I occasionally have issue where, like, it's not like you can...
No.
I don't know.
Dang it.
It's an issue I have with Sonic where occasionally they try to make you walk into the screen for certain spectacle events, and by doing so, like, you can miss rings or something.
Well, that is what they do in it. That's like what they do specifically in that truck chasing level. Yeah. I still can't hit most of the ramps or get most of those rings.
It took me forever to actually get an A on that stage, and I didn't do it because I was able to actually get a high enough score. I was finally able to get the perfect A on City Escape by being able to collect every ring.
Huh. I've never had that much difficulty getting every ring in City Escape.
Okay, you need to stop on the platform before you try to homing attack the other things.
Oh, I'm already past that.
Okay.
Well, there are certain aspects of this that I'm really enjoying. Although the first bit does feel pretty rough to me, honestly. It does kind of interfere with the level flow, but still, it's a pretty interesting project. This.
Yeah.
They're making the level more expansive too, with like more alternate paths and stuff. So that's interesting.
I like it on paper, 100%. Like I'm as someone who has played a lot of Sonic Adventure 2 and knows the level design of certain stages very intimately. I'm definitely noticing, like, okay, this is designed in a very different way.
This
like,
level is a level I have played, like, at least 100 times. It's one of my most played Sonic Adventure 2 stages.
The fact that... Okay, so... No working rocket yet. But,
yeah, I noticed.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you told me that this was a conversion from Sonic Generations down, or how should I put this? Injecting Sonic Adventure 2 assets into Sonic Generations,
yeah,
I would believe you. But this is just built on Sonic Generation, or
Sonic Adventure 2,
this is just
yeah.
built on Sonic Adventure 2. And that's what I find the most impressive about it.
Yeah. Like, I've been wanting a mod like this forever, and it's still not quite everything I want it to be. Like, you know, it's not full-on HD textures or anything, but Sonic himself, like, he's HD. And it's a lot more colorful now, and the game is a lot faster, which does mess with certain things still. Like, it's not as bad as it was in the previous one, but it still throws me off. And still kind of throws aspects of the level design off, which I'm guessing that's what they're trying to fix with these new level modifications and such.
Oh, good. There's an ad for Sonic Dash 2. No, not Sonic. Dash Adventure 2.
Ah.
The other fan mod.
Oh yeah. Well, there I see it now. Okay, cool. That's an interesting. That's a neat twist. That's a neat reference. I was surprised there was no Dash Adventure 2 mod this year.
Me too. I'm a little surprised too, but I haven't kept up with what that team is doing. If they're still active or anything like that. It was kind of like, I wouldn't say it was ever for me, but I kind of... It was interesting in the abstract. Oh jeez, they have the Passion Pride album art as an ad out there. I think, like, the one thing that this feels different to me about is, like, it almost feels like everything in this is just a little bit longer than you think it is.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so familiar, but it feels like Sonic is a bit more scaled down, so the environment feels bigger. You get that sense?
In parts, yeah. That's probably one way they're dealing with the increased speed. Because, you know, Sonic Adventure 2 was just... Well, basic level design was just not made for speed like this.
I'm gonna replace all the ads in this game with, like... I've been watching... With me, messing around with, Euro Truck Simulator a bit. Oh, geez, the grinding in this game looks playable! Oh my god!
Of course, I think that's just because I'm really good at the grinding.
No one's really good at the grinding in Sonic Adventure 2. I refuse to believe that. I'm guessing that there are people that will assert that yes, they are pretty good at that grinding, and I will say, no, I could watch you do it, and I would still big you are lying. Big's still there.
Well, this thing wants me to play Green Hill, so I'm gonna find out why it wants me to play Green Hill. Interesting. I know you're a little behind, GX, so I'm just gonna wait until you see it.
No, that's fine. No, you do you, man. I'm the co-host.
No, I'm just waiting for you to say something. Ah.
Okay. Green Hill? Question mark? Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It's Rainbow Road apparently.
Yeah. F yeah. 100% give me that Rainbow Road. Put more Mario Kart in Sonic is my philosophy, absolutely.
Oh, dang it, although I keep going off the track.
I mean, you know what my favorite mod that I've ever played is, right?
Is it Samari?
No, well, that's not a mod. That's a bootleg game. I guess it's technically a mod, I suppose. No, it's like one of my favorite conceptually interesting mods is what's it called? The Sonic Mania special stages, but Mario Kart. I love that mod.
Okay, well, I clearly suck at keeping Sonic on the track here, so...
You have to imagine he's 200cc.
Well, it's 200cc, except I can't drift.
Ooh, yeah, that's true. Sonic Adventure 2.
And this is also, they sped Sonic up in this, so he's not as controllable as he is in regular Sonic Adventure 2, so like a slight turn just turns into me swerving around on the track.
you might have to lay off pressing forward.
Good point, but this is a Sonic game. I was trying to lay off it, he was still going.
Why do you start the stage with, like... I don't think you lose rings whenever you fall off. I think it starts you at 0 rings and then you get them back.
Yeah.
I like this on a conceptual level. I think this might be actually frustrating, though.
Yeah. But whatever, I think this is just like a cool little Easter egg, since they probably didn't have time to mess with Green Hill or something.
Peace, JJR. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I mean, Arista, I would say that any racing game could be improved by basically making a Sonic level. I would say, like, if Sonic could just run around the world of Forza Horizon, that'd be amazing. I would love to do in any version of Forza Horizon.
I mean, isn't that basically just like what Sonic Frontiers is, running around a realistic environment?
I mean, I'm gonna put on the classical music station while I do it, but yeah.
Crazy Gadget is one of my favorite Sonic Adventure 2 stages, just period.
I'll be real. I was really hoping that there would be a lot of Sonic-related mods in Euro Truck Simulator so that I could use it as an excuse to just, like, drive and stream. Like, and my ideal one would have been, like, this truck, this actual physical truck has just been replaced with Sonic so that you get, basically, Sonic running in front of basically pulling a massive trailer and just driving as Sonic. But, alas, I think the only Sonic-related stuff that they have in there is, I think you can get a skin for a truck or something.
Okay, so I do feel like I want to move on to Sonic Forces, because that has the sequel to one of the more impressive mods I played last year. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I know you were a fan.
Yeah.
I was less warm to it, but I think it's real tough to make me be okay with your I'm going to
just crashed.
make a custom story with custom voice acting and art.
No. Sonic Forces Reimagined isn't that. Sonic Forces Reimagined just like expands on level design and stuff from the original game.
Oh, yeah, this one looks neat. I'm gonna have to check this one out.
Basically, so far as I'm concerned, it lets Sonic Forces live up to its potential. It makes the levels longer. It adds certain things like I know Shadow Shadow will actually chase you around in the stage where you're going after him. And
wait, I'm trying to think. There was a stage. Is there a stage where you went after Shadow?
Yeah, it's the city level.
I played that game not too long ago, and I don't remember that in the slightest.
Well, that's because it barely figured into the actual game, but it was supposedly what you were doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna play that stage real quick before I move on to any of the new stuff. So let's see. So does this thing tell me which levels I should check out? It doesn't seem to. Oh, right. I need to.
Mod I most recently remember from Sonic Forces is the classic Sonic Improvement mod, which adjusted his physics a bit and also added a completely new boss. That's the one with the Chaos boss, because for all of the cutscenes that featured Chaos in Sonic Forces, setting him up as one of the many illusion villains.
Yeah.
They never had it.
They never did anything with Chaos or Shadow in the let's see. Oh, good. Alt-Enter works on this one.
Oh, cool. I want a message with all of those white text on black background messages that they had to start it up. I wanted one to just say, "This is a work of fiction" or something like that, just to hammer home I'm thinking of
Yakuza?
The intro to Shut Up and Jam Gaiden, which is a role-playing game that is.
So that's actual dialogue from the game? Sorry, they're talking about going after Shadow right now. This is actually from the game, the original.
Sorry.
So, as you can see, at the moment, it's just, it's just regular Sunset Valley or whatever. Oh, man. Okay.
So what exactly was Shadow up to while Sonic wasn't if we are to believe that Sonic and Shadow are of comparable power, does this imply that Shadow is not of comparable power to Sonic, or what are we thinking? What was Shadow doing this whole time, or did he just?
I honestly don't remember. By the way, this was where the level originally ended, so this is where the new content starts.
Okay. I think. Philosophically, I think it's probably a good idea to do something like this, to actually just give the game more content. In my mind, though, the stuff that I like is the idea of just having... keeping the small levels, but having more of them.
Well, my main issue with small levels is that it seems like, at least when it comes to Sonic, they struggle to kind of give them the set pieces that you expect from a Sonic level.
I might look at Sonic Colors and say...
Well, Sonic Colors had at least like one main level that had like all the set pieces and stuff. And then a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah, fair.
And to me, that is like the ideal way to handle a boost game.
Although, I guess also Sonic Colors has the benefit of having diverse and interesting gameplay mechanics that this game that Forces on its own really does. Like, Forces has the mechanics of Sonic being Sonic, and then the mechanics of the other characters being the other characters, and not really.
But it doesn't have anything equivalent to Sonic Colors Wisps, though.
Well, it has the Wisps.
Yeah, but
they are actually there, but
but not for
they don't
Sonic.
they don't find interesting uses for them. Let's be real.
Yeah, like they just set the weapon types and their ammo.
Yeah. Well, and you can use them as the avatar character.
Yeah.
As powers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They limit you in, like, you can only bring one type at a time. Although, for me, like, the length of the game and, like, the length of levels is never the issue. It all came down to...
Oh, crap.
combination of the level design and the fact that, like, the game wasn't particularly interested in the player playing through the level. It was much more interested in guiding the player through the level. This, however, does not feel like, based on what I'm seeing in front of me, does not feel like it has that issue. It feels like...
No, this is more involved, it's longer, there's, like, actual set pieces here. And, like, you know... I kind of screwed up all the brief Shadow encounters, but, like, Shadow keeps popping up, and you like, attack him, and, as you go through the stage. And he'll sometimes, like, at the start he was, like, chasing you down and stuff. So, like, you know, it actually, like, involves Shadow in the game in some fashion. He isn't just, like, you know, like, he isn't just like Chaos, where he's just, like, you know, clone.
I'm mad, and I'll see you in the DLC. Yeah, Ursta, it's just, I honestly actually like the Wisping concept as well. I just wish that they ever gave you anything interesting to do with it. Like, it just comes down to, well, it doesn't have a whole... The original game just didn't have a whole lot of level design, so a lot of what you experienced was, I don't know, all of these enemies are in a straight line.
Yeah.
Well, you use your weapon on them, and then you use your weapon as, like, good job! And then you move to the next place where enemies are standing in a straight line. Like, that's... I mean, that's my core... That's my core thesis of what would help make Sonic Frontiers a more interesting game is... My stance has always been, get rid of Sonic. Like, if you're gonna boot Sonic out of the game, like, if you're gonna say Sonic got captured, make me a Sonic game without Sonic. Like, just have it be the Avatar. Give the Avatar much more of, like, a tree to advance along. Really lean into the building up of the Avatar character.
Basically, you just want them to devote their time to a single play style.
I want them... Well, it doesn't even have to be a single play style. Like, if... Well... Yes, but also... You made a progression track for the Avatar. You, like, give them rewards for advancing through, and... Why not execute? Like, why not really lean into that part of it? Like, it's the thing that makes Sonic Forces, is that you have the Avatar character that can do this stuff, and to then say, well, half the time you're being Sonic, and the other half the time you're also being Sonic, and then sometimes you get to be this character that you put time into designing, and you don't really get to do much with them.
And sometimes you get to be Sonic and the other character.
Yeah, it's an issue of like you clearly had enthusiasm for whatever this was. I would like to see what like it being fully realized looks like.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm wondering if there was a bit of studio. I'm not saying there was, but I am saying this is the type of thing that might result from studio meddling or publisher meddling.
Given the plot line of Sonic disappearing,
one
does wonder if like, if like this was just supposed to be an Avatar game, and then like eventually two Sonics were shoehorned into it.
It's the vibe I get. We kind of know that. I don't want a conspiracy theory here.
I mean, we're just that's all. That is what we're doing.
But I am saying that there's Sonic in the water supply and it's poisoning the children. No, I am saying that Sega has not been above making weird decisions in order to do stuff in the games. And
yeah.
I don't know, I've never gotten any other indication that
there was Sonic Boom, which they had to like completely they had to like put an engine on the Wii U that was not made for the Wii U because of their deal with Nintendo.
More or less, yeah. It's just a question of like, well, is this a question, or for me it just kind of feels like,
what the heck?
Is it was it Sega that decided that this needed to happen because we need Sonic to be in a Sonic game?
Okay, my X button is sticking.
I've been there.
Okay, come on, come on. I could switch to my PS5 controller. But, come on! Oh, come on!
Oh, yeah. So,
okay.
What are you playing with right now, Xbox?
An Xbox controller.
I haven't really had it.
There we go.
The face button sticking, but I have had shoulder button stick on the Xbox pad before.
Ooh. I just died. Oh, I gotta keep mashing the X. Oh, wait, no, I gotta keep killing robots. Okay. I forgot about this. This was a quirk from the original. Uh-oh. Okay, this is one of those. This is that thing you talked about where you hate that your end of the station can't hit things. Except in this case, it's how you don't die, because you gotta hit those robots. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Oh, that double boost drains real fast.
Yeah. I think last time I did this, I barely survived when I finally got through. They perhaps overcorrected a little too much here.
Yeah, just a smidge. Might need to balance it a little bit easier than that. Maybe. I'm not sure if you would just like put more enemies on or make it drain a little less.
I think you just make it drain less so that the robots that you can't see on the other half of the sequence don't matter. Ah, dang. Okay. I think the X button's becoming a little less sticky at least. Man, it is weird dying during this sequence though. I'm not used to it. Okay, I believe it's on this side. Dang it.
So...
Yes! Made it!
Where do you kind of sit? I have half an idea. I'm curious where you sit on the Sonic Forces soundtrack.
I like it. I really like it, actually. Like, I enjoy all the vocal soundtracks. I enjoy the classic soundtracks. I really enjoy Fist Bump. Like, it's just one of my favorite Sonic themes. I'm pretty sure I like it more than most people.
I'd say I know you like it more than me. I have found I began disliking it. I have found some tracks in it that I do legitimately like. I think part of it was that I kind of disliked it on principle for how much they did try to shoehorn in lyrical music, but I actually do like the person that they have singing the songs themselves, and I kind of appreciate that that they now have female vocals in it instead of just
well, I don't think they've had female vocals before this. I'm not even talking about like Sonic CD, like trying to remember.
They're like character themes, I guess, but like sure, Tails theme, Amy's theme, sure, but broadly speaking, this still isn't going to be my jam. I am a sucker for the stuff that I think is Otani's prime, which is Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, Sonic Lost Worlds. Like, that's... And what's it called? Sonic Runners. Like,
Sonic Runners is great.
Those four are my holy quadrinity. Quadrinity? Whatever. You know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
Of modern Sonic soundtracks. Stuff that isn't like so reliant on like vocal tracks and just sort of have...
Oh shit! That was close. I didn't realize it was trying to crush me. I think that's a new bit of design.
No, it wasn't close. You did say the word.
What'd I say? Did I say the S word?
Yeah. How do you not know that you just How do you not know a thing that you just say?
Because I didn't I wasn't thinking. It just kind of came out.
I don't know. I can't quite relate to that because I don't impulse into that.
Well, I do.
I was an elementary teacher, so there's no circumstance where I could impulse into that and still keep a job.
All right, I really want to try something new here, because both these things are basically like how they were. There we are. Are basically like how they were in the. Apparently, Arsenal Pyramid had new enemies, new gimmicks, background elements, brand new sections featuring custom terrain. I really wish they would. Aqua Road. Okay, Aqua Road. I need to check out Aqua Road. And Luminous Forest and Park Avenue. Okay. Aqua Road. I remember that being terrible. Like, wasn't that just like a water slide? Is
it in the forest?
Yes.
Then I hated that stage.
Mystic Jungle, yeah.
It made me very, very mad. It made me very mad the second time I played it, and yet somehow I made it through. Regardless, while still feeling generally okay about this game, though perhaps not enough to actually recommend it to people.
We've picked up the 2 life readings near the lab up ahead.
They aren't robots. What are they?
If they're enemies, taking them both on might be a big ask for the rookie.
Oh, the rookie can handle it. Man, I think it's just a completely different stage.
Oh, it's on fire. Did that happen in the original? That the forest was just on fire?
I don't think so. See, I like this song. Like, I can jam to this.
Unfortunately, I don't get to listen to it because...
Oh, right. Okay. Well...
I just broadly remember. Now, I I've kind of grown
Why does it want
on...
me to go that way?
I've kind of grown to some of the classic Sonic songs in it, like... Not all of them. Some of them are a little bit too weird and out there, but... There's a couple that I like. I think the ones that I've grown to dislike most...
Yeah.
Aren't even the lyrics ones. They're the ones that, they're the ones that are prevalent in the mobile game. And it's because I've had to listen to them 40,000 times.
Yeah, I am over the stuff from the mobile game, I'll give you that much.
Do you still play it regularly?
Yeah, I do. I had to play recently to get a bunch of Mephiles cards. The best Sonic character is come to Sonic Forces.
Oh, you mean Mephiles, who we've all agreed is the best Sonic character?
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad that we've all agreed at this, that as a culture, that he is the best Sonic character.
Man, this level is bigger. It's better. Damn.
I can't. It's hard for me to even fake that. There were conversations going on in other streams, just people bringing up like, oh, I think Mephiles has a lot of potential as a character, and they just didn't do much with him. And
no, he doesn't have any potential.
No, well, I mean, he has the potential that literally any character would have if you do it right. Unfortunately, he was not done right in the beginning. Like, literally anything has potential. That's what potential is. But,
that's like saying Infinite has potential. Like, Infinite has potential is like a Shadow the Hedgehog villain, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think he even has... Well, I guess you'd have to basically remove everything that he has ever done and been, and also give him a meaningful back. Basically, you would have to, you know, make him a character, which he is not really a character right now.
Yeah, like in the comics, you know, he's annoyed. You know. He's angry that Shadow, you know, wiped out his squad or whatever. But
you make a character into a character, they might be a character. I'm being mean.
Yeah, but you're being mean to Infinite.
I'm also being mean to people who have said positive things about Infinite.
Alright, I guess that is a little mean.
I don't know, maybe I get to... If I get to be mean to anybody, is it okay for me to be mean to Infinite fans?
How about you just be mean to Mephiles fans? Because the game he's from is worse.
Is there a... I guess my question is there a difference between Infinite fans and Mephiles fans? Like, I'm trying to understand.
They're different characters. I don't know. Like, there are people out there who are trying to say Sonic 06 wasn't terrible. You know, like, every Sonic game is getting a redemption story aside from Secret Rings, which annoys me because I like Secret Rings.
I like Secret. I think, how should I put this? I think Secret Rings was a decent game on the platform and time that it was released. And probably has not aged great, but, you know, within the context of its original release, I think it was better than most Sonic games were at the time of their original release. It was
basically the start of the Boost era of games, like in terms of
its look, of 3D, yeah,
gameplay, how linear it was.
Oh,
What?
Here's the thing. Yes, Zavik and the Zeddy are knockoff Koopalings. They just are. Their designs are not great. But I will say this. They have really come into their own in IDW.
Oh yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed the stuff
they have provided
specifically.
They provided IDW like some much needed positive additions to the comics rogues gallery. Whoops. And it's a bit of a shame that Sonic got rid of them, but you know, hopefully they come back in some capacity.
The problem is, Zavik, they existed as like, well, we just needed villains to be villains in the original source material game, and that's kind of what they were. They were a series.
They're just generic personalities, you know. Like there's the fat one that eats, there's the emo one, there's the like brutish one, there's the leader, there's the old man, the woman.
And then I don't think IDW saves everyone, but I think IDW makes Zavik a legitimate threat. And basically have turned him to, they have given him motivations beyond, well, I need to be better than or I need to rule the world and be better than Eggman and prove myself. Like, he is that way because he has an ego, but he's not... I'm trying to think of how I would put this. He has all the ego of Eggman, but
he doesn't have the brains. Like, well...
He doesn't have the brains, but he has a bit more cunning.
Yeah.
Like, he's willing to be more underhanded in a way that, like, Eggman is much more straightforward.
Like, to be clear, like, Zavik isn't like, stupid or something, but, you know, like, whereas Eggman really values his intelligence and his ability to create things, Zavik really values his strength and his abilities as a leader.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to not die this time. Is there an indication that I'm missing here?
I don't know offhand. I don't like this stage. I wish I would stop. Joe Nicaro asks, so which Sonic is stronger, IDW Sonic or Archie Sonic?
Archie.
Probably.
Specifically pre-reboot Archie Sonic. Like, there's a reason why, like, he like, you know, tends to pop up in, like, versus things and stuff. It's because, like, Archie Sonic specifically is just ridiculously overpowered in the context of the comic.
So the thought process I have in that kind of, like, I'm trying to set it in the context of each of their worlds. Like, the nature of what IDW Sonic can and can't accomplish compared to Archie Sonic. Archie Sonic was bonkers. Archie Sonic was completely off the wall. If you want to make the argument of, like, Archie Sonic just at some point didn't make a lot of sense, then I will absolutely give you that. That's a world where, like, there are gods upon gods upon gods, and
there are ancient dinosaur gods.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, do you round down that Sonic to power creep because the stuff that happens in IDW Sonic doesn't require IDW Sonic to go as mad because the world isn't quite as insane. In fact, it's a lot more grounded than I was kind of expecting it to be in certain ways. I guess here's the issue. IDW Sonic has the if they were to get into a fight, IDW Sonic has the contract from, what's it called? Why can't I remember the name of this very famous series?
I unfortunately I don't really know what you're talking about. IDW has a contract from. You mean IDW, like the company?
Hold on. I'm trying to get to a joke here, but I'm feeling so.
Ah.
We're falling under.
So, okay, I'm ready to deliver on the joke, which is going to die now because I took too long to actually get to it. IDW Sonic has the Fast and Furious contract, where he's not allowed to lose the fight.
Well, that was also true with Archie Sonic, wasn't it? Like, well,
I thought Archie Sonic got his butt kicked constantly.
well, Archie Sonic's thing was if he loses, he has to win the following comic. Like that was the case with 175, where Dr. Eggman just utterly obliterated him, and then he just immediately won the following issue. But by and large, like I would say, he wasn't defeated so much as he just suffered setbacks. Like I don't think he ever actually lost to Scourge. Scourge kind of a weep? Is that what you said?
No, I said kind of a weenie. I don't know. I feel confident in saying this in light of recent context. I find Scourge like the more and more I think about Scourge as a character, especially in relation to Surge, I just think Scourge is less and less of an interesting character.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was reading through those Archie comics like a couple years ago. I still think he holds up really well.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think that'll about do it. But let's see about this one.
I think what I like about Surge, or what I've come to like about Surge, is Surge is what Surge does is informed by a cynical worldview.
Yeah.
And that is the element that drives her to make the decisions that she makes. Scourge is what if Sonic but evil. Like he's just like he is literally born from that premise that like what if he is evil Spock with the goatee, except instead of a goatee he has a 1950s research jacket and sunglasses.
That's evil Sonic, but Scourge did do more than that.
I don't think you get to separate. Well, let me put it this
you
way.
can separate him in the sense that Ian Flynn figured out how to write the character, whereas Ken Penders just like made him sex up a bunch of girls.
Absolutely, I will 100% agree he did. I just don't. I'm not gonna sit here and say though that those are two different characters.
Like one thing I guess really appreciate about Scourge is that he knows he's just like the lesser version of another person, and that's core to like his entire vindictiveness towards the world after Ian Flynn takes him over. Like. He basically defines himself as. I've lost my train of thought.
You're basically saying like the fact that there's another Sonic that is the Sonic is something that gets into that would get under his skin.
Does get under his skin.
Yeah.
Like that is basically the whole impetus of his story arc. You know, it's why he like goes over to Moebius and and like just like renames everything and like just does a complete reboot of the entire world.
I guess what it comes down to is like I feel like I can't necessarily separate the legacy of that character with what he eventually became, because at some point he's just evil Sonic. He's evil Sonic with like he's evil Sonic with you know a inferiority complex, but he's just kind of evil Sonic.
Okay, so I'm not doing DLC restoration. Let's see. I think that's everything but the remaining Generations mods. So I think I'm going to spend the last 20 minutes on Generations specifically. Okay, so no more Sonic 06. Go away. And let's check out Frozen Hill. By Nikao, or I don't know, however you say their name.
We're not very good at pronouncing names, and if we have mispronounced your name, we apologize sincerely.
Yeah. Come on. God damn it, I was not trying to...
You need certain talents for writing for a Sonic fan site.
Why did it move everything over?
Pronunciation is not necessarily one of them.
Okay, I need to make sure that it's not... Okay, I need to exit out of the settings real quick, because I don't know why it's moved everything over to the other monitor.
However, what is a required talent is the ability to take apart and reassemble an 8-bit Pro controller, which is what I've been doing during the stream.
Okay. Oh, cool. Alright,
No,
so...
not cool. The buttons are sticking. I'm trying to resolve that.
So let's see. So I'm going to do... Frozen Hill.
Now, this is different than the very cool Sonic Generations mod from, I think, a year back.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Even though, yeah, they are both based off of ice levels, which is interesting. I don't know if they're from the same person or not. But yeah, it certainly doesn't say that. It certainly doesn't say that it's So
Frozen Hill was by Nikao,
that's based off an old thing.
Yep, and
it's certainly not saying it's based off of an old mod or anything.
Okay, it is from a different person. We are thinking of Shivery Mountainsides.
Yeah. Whoops. Dang it.
And this looks... It might be my imagination. It looks awfully similar to the ice stage in Sonic Generations, or Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is my very version. Certain region. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not accidentally breaking anything by clicking new game. Empty save file for the mod to work as intended. Okay, so I should put continue. Alright. There was at least one mod last year that you would completely break if you started new... Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it seems to be working without the dummy save file that they mentioned. So, this even has like a hub world a lot like the other Sonic last year's Generations level did.
I might be so far behind, but I only see... Okay, yeah, game's just started up for me on my screen. Okay. Might have to refresh the chat and see if I'm that far behind.
Oh yes, Joe Nick Ross. I too enjoy Scourge's look, including the biker outfit.
I think at some level, I'm probably just done with the concept of it's another universe, except everything's morally reversed. I think that's just a trope that I feel kind of done with.
I mean, for me, it just depends on how well it's executed. Like, you know, there's some really good alternate universe stuff out there, like the Mirror Universe in Star Trek has had some episodes that really hold up. And I think Scourge and the whole Moebius thing also like holds up really well as far as like Sonic stories and the Rogues Gallery is concerned.
I think it was more interesting when they started to set him up to have a team.
Yeah.
Than when he was just on his... I think that's kind of it. Jonic Ross, I also... How should I put this? I'm a little bit more forgiving of the gender swap universe thing. I just don't want it. Like, the problem is, I get why people do want it. It's just not for me. It's just not for me.
That being said, with Starline gone, Surge is looking to be a really good replacement for him in terms of like keeping good original IDW villains.
There's been good villains in it so far. My favorite villain thus far is still the Mafia boss. Yeah,
I really cannot wait to see more done with him. Like, for a comic that's kind of like lacking in small-time villains, he really fills a niche that needs filling.
Yeah. I like that, and I also like that his primary association is with child races, because that is, in a series that is still in very desperate need of world building, that is a very world building element.
Yeah,
that we appreciate.
Illegal child. Well, it's not illegal child races, but that does just the notion of that makes me laugh.
It's illegal betting associated
yeah.
with child races. In a
I'll
world
run
they
some
don't
illegal
talk about
child races. I guess like just racing babies or whatever.
I bet you can gamble on baby races somewhere on the internet.
Well, you know, Gravity Falls had baby fights.
Yeah, but Gravity Falls was a cartoon. I'm
yes,
referring to something
but like
that I bet
you could probably
happens on the dark web.
You could probably do baby fights.
I don't want to fight them. I just want to race them.
No. The babies fight each other.
I understand that.
I
stand by what I said.
What if you did like Pokemon? And how'd that even work?
I think it would work like that weird Rick and Morty mobile game.
I've never touched that. Okay, so I'm giving this one more shot. If I get another game over, I'm going to move on to the next mod. I was hoping to at least give Super Mario 64 a brief look. You know, I guess it is just playable N64 Mario. I wonder if I could have mixed and matched those two mods. I didn't try because that, like, when you do that, you can, like, break mods like that. But would kill two birds with one stone, I guess. And the last one, which I'm probably not touching, is customizable Sonic. Which, you know, sounds cool, but customizing things isn't really my jam.
I plan on looking into it, because that sounds... I would like to see what they've got, because I will tell you, I was very excited to return to the mod that adds Link Sonic to this game.
Well, we will be able to customize Sonic and Sonic Frontiers in the looks of it, given those soap shoes.
Jonic, I will put it right out there right now. Number one, Jesse and James have always been a joke, but I will also say the entire standard Pokemon animated series is also a fair bit of a joke, because, I don't know, I have two issues with the Pokemon series. Number one, Ash is a terrible character. Ash is a terrible hero, and he should not.
He is
the
winning
main hero.
things now.
Huh?
He did win something recently.
I don't care. The problem is, I don't care if he wins or not. He's just not interesting in any way. Like, he is shonen hero.jpg. Like, there's a barcode on his forehead, and if you scan it, it just says, I am shonen jump hero, or I am shonen series kids hero.
I tried getting into Pokemon Sun and Moon, and between the voice acting and the writing, I guess, I just couldn't do it.
The cartoon, you mean?
Yeah.
I watched the first episode subbed, and it was like, this is fine. And then there was, I guess, the professor's brother or something who would who would basically don all these Pokemon costumes to make stupid puns. And they didn't translate any of the they didn't localize any of the puns. They just sort of let it stand. What I'm looking for, if I was doing, like, Pokemon series, is, like, I would do it like the manga, where it's just different characters. It's just a different hero each time that's going to be regional, and
yeah, that way they could, like, have real development and stuff.
Well, you would have different characters that would come from a different perspective instead of Ash's perspective, which is no perspective. But then you can also occasionally have, like, hey, Pokemon games have certainly played into the nostalgia angle of, here are these other trainers. They made a whole mobile game about that angle. You absolutely could still bring in other characters from other versions of the universe and still do that, but I don't know, we're still stuck with the 35-year-old, 12-year-old.
10-year-old, 35-year-old, 10-year-old.
I don't care. I don't care enough to get it right.
So, I know that this is this person's first mod, so I'm just going to come out and say it. This is a lot of fun. The level flows very well. There's lots of paths and everything that I keep missing, but I want to go back and try. So, yeah, this is good.
That's usually a good mark of a Sonic level. There are more paths that I want to try. And
so far, like, my big issue, like, I loved the ice stage last year, but it was a little cheap in terms of its difficulty, and I'm not getting that here.
Yeah, it was a real showpiece, and it was real tough.
Which, you know, like, given how easy Sonic Generations is for the most part, like, unless you really, like, try to perfect a run or something, you know, having something that difficult, I think that's a good place for a fan mod to go. But it could get frustrating.
I think I'm ultimately going to get a new controller here.
Okay. Well, I think I've got just one more mod left to try. Whoops. Okay. I will check the next mod in a second. I forgot that Sonic Generations isn't like it when I go between screens. I need to get this on my Steam Deck. Okay. So let's see. Super Mario 64. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I got one more mod that I'm trying. Okay, so goodbye Frozen Hill. Hello, Super Mario 64 Generations. Okay. What? This requires an NTSC ROM of Mario 64? What?
Yeah, well, if someone had read the spreadsheet that I put together specifically for you... Specifically for you!
Didn't you say tell Spanner that you did it for yourself?
But sure, I did it to help myself. Sure, to organize it, but also I shared it all over the staff message board.
So do I like just...
Here, here's everything that you need to actually get this to work properly. Because I think it does use assets from that. Do you have something to use, or do you need me to grab one for you?
If you could just grab one for me real quick, that'd be good, because otherwise I'm downloading it from some sketchy site.
Okay, give me a sec. I should have something. And
I stick it in the mod folder, I take it.
I think it just asks you. I think it just asks you at time of launch to... Where is it? But, I don't know. Might not hurt.
Well, it was nice having you on tonight. This made the stream much easier for me.
You owe me several hours of sleep. I work tomorrow.
Sorry. Okay, let's see. Generations, Mogs, Super Mario 64. Okay. Well, let's see if the website gives me any setup instructions. And here I thought I guess boot it up. It'd be that easy.
No, I have one of these. Where do I have one of these?
Oh, when you first open the game with the mod, a prompt will appear for you to select your ROM file. Okay.
I'm almost there. Okay, I'm gonna drop you something in there's Discord.
Excellent.
There we go. And just barely under the limit of what Discord will let me send.
Huh. Okay, take me to the folder that it's in. Cut. And paste.
Oh,
okay.
Cool. I can buy replacement parts for the for my 8-bit do. I don't have to go buy a new one.
Okay. Let's just reboot this. Huh. Well, I'm not entirely sure how it wants me to select it. Please select a valid ROM.
Hit OK.
Oh, okay, there we are. Okay. It came up.
I mean, it makes sense, Jonik. I mean, hey, I'm not paying them to use the service yet, so they gotta limit me somehow. Still, it's
I remember I used
still a pretty solid size limit.
I used to send some like pretty decently sized files over like MSN Messenger and stuff, and half the time it would just crash. Okay. I think they specifically said that Sky Sanctuary does not work, if I remember correctly. Let's do... Ooh, I know what I want to do. We've done so much Crisis... We've done so much Sonic 06 today. Wow. So he can't do much of anything, can he? He is slow.
I mean, he's Mario acting as Mario.
How's he gonna get through a boost stage?
I believe through his moveset from Mario 64.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting, isn't it?
You're going to Crisis City, you said?
Yes.
That seems like a bad choice, but by all means.
Okay, let's see.
He can. He picked up for a while, and then as soon as you took control of him.
Okay. All right.
You could probably jump. You're gonna have to jump really well, but I bet you could.
Well, I just hit an enemy and got hurt and died.
Wondering if this is possible. I'm guessing they have at least tested this stage to see if it's possible, but why not after this one you try a much more playable stage?
Like Green Hill.
I'd say even like Chemical Plant. You haven't seen Chemical Plant tonight.
Let's do Perfect Chaos.
No. They specifically recommended you don't fight bosses. They really recommended you do not fight bosses.
Okay. Well, I want Mario to at least die to Perfect Chaos once. I want Mario to run to Open Your Heart.
Yeah, whatever's going on here, Jonik, I am impressed by it. I'm confused by it, but I am impressed by it.
This is not what I was expecting from this mod. Okay.
Did Elmo Chow appear in the original too?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I didn't think there was any Omo Chow appearances in... Oh, no, wait, if you... But yeah, play a stage.
That's what I'm doing. So, do they recommend you play, like, classic Sonic levels, or what?
I don't recall what they recommend, but I'm guessing...
Well, I could check the website real quick to see. Let's see.
I mean, it's entertaining as heck.
Okay, they say Green Hill is beatable, Chemical Plant is beatable, Sky Sanctuary is unbeatable. Crisis City is beatable, apparently.
I'm guessing you have to be very, very good at landing those hits.
Shadow is unbeatable, which is not surprising. You know, of course Mario doesn't stand a chance against Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mario doesn't have the mechanics required to beat that stage. Beat that boss, I mean.
Man, this is interesting.
I kind of love it. I kind of love it. Here's the thing, it's a lot, I have to imagine, it's a lot more controllable.
It's pretty controllable, yeah.
I think you took fall damage there.
Huh. Okay, so can I jump on the enemies? I can. I think you only take damage and you lose rings. I must imagine that actually, like, beating any of these levels requires patience. Not just because...
Knuckles, this is fascinating.
Yeah.
This is fascinating to watch. It doesn't make sense, but it is fascinating. I can't look away.
Man, this is like when I played a clearly incompatible game in Sonic 2.
And he was still going on the slide. It was just enough.
Oh, like, I figured, there's a slope, so you should be able to go down the slope.
I mean, it's what people want. They want Sonic to roll into a ball these days, and that's basically the Mario equivalent.
Man, it's like Sonic Generations, except it's a super slow Mario level. This is weird. Oh, Mario died.
No, you didn't have any rings. I do love seeing him just truck it at the beginning, and then as soon as physics applies, then it's like instant stop.
So, like, I wonder, does it, like, take the physics from Mario 64 or what? Like, I'm wondering how they're combining these two games. Come on, hit the boost. Oh man, couldn't make it to the boost.
I know I've been trying to figure out, whenever I know I'm going to have time to do more streams than the 2 a week, what I want to play next, because I know I'm due for another stream outside of the normal 2 shows, and I've certainly been thinking about doing a full playthrough of a significant mod that basically puts Sonic in Mario 64.
Oh yeah,
And, like-
I've seen that. I lost interest when I discovered that you couldn't play it on an actual N64.
I don't know, is the mod just incompatible, or...
It's incompatible, yeah. Like it does more than what the N64 can actually handle.
Got it. But, otherwise, I mean, that seems right up my alley.
Yeah.
I've been looking for lots of, It's always neat to kind of see, hey, we adapted this Sonic game and put a new character in it, but I'm also looking for games as of late where it's like, this is a different game, but we found a way to put Sonic in it. Sometimes, like, in a very creative and technical ways, and other ways in which it's like, oh, this is just Gohan, but he has a Sonic skin over top of him in a very, very unpleasant way.
Huh.
Grinding Mario!
Yeah.
Grinding Mario's great.
And he actually picks up some speed when he's doing that, which is nice. It's a respite. Alright, well, he's about to get chased by a giant fish. Oh, no! Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought he was gonna die. Alright. Man. I am over 3 minutes into this, and this usually takes me like half that. Like, I should be like at the end of the stage by now.
It's great. It's wonderful.
Between the left and right rails lies right.
It's weird to me how like he like does the fall damage animation whenever he falls. It does a good big fall even when it's like supposed to be scripted.
Especially whenever he does the fall damage animation onto a boost pad.
Okay, Mario, you can do the loop. There we are. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Man, some people are just demented.
But like people like me, who all they want to learn mods to do are to insert the Sonic mascot character from the Tokyo Olympics into every game that I possibly could.
Yes, but also the people who like just combine ROMs in order to make other games.
That honestly, that's probably the best part. It's probably the best part of this, that like, it's great that you're playing as Mario, yes, but also it's really great that you have to have another ROM to play it.
Oh god, and he's going so slow through all these things I usually blitz through. This is so weird. It's like I have to take in the scenery. It forces you to look at this game from a completely new perspective. The perspective of a slow Italian plumber who has a top speed of like 10 miles per hour.
Oh, Jonik, we were just having fun, but then you had to take it too far to suggesting Gex in Sonic Generations.
I mean, we have Gex and Sonic 2, why not?
He's not as verbose. You know what? I will take. You know what? I will take Gex in Sonic Generations, as long as we do not ever at any point suggest that we need a mod to play as Bubsy.
Well,
Like-
now I want that.
Gex can still kind of be funny. There's nothing funny about Bubsy. Bubsy is just sad.
Okay, how am
You
I
don't
gonna...
have- You're gonna go through the loop by walking sideways.
Come on! Come on! Ah!
Knuckles.
Yeah?
Knuckles. Well, you're gonna walk sideways and go how a normal person would go through a loop by not going through the loop.
Oh! I don't think I can.
Try. You can't?
No.
Are you locked on a 2D plane?
Yeah, this is Sonic Generations. They don't expect you to do stuff like this. Like,
Oh,
well, you're not
no.
locked on you're not locked on a 2D plane. There's just like an invisible wall.
Oh no! Oh no!
Come on, there we go. Man, this really does not give me the speed I would expect. Like, Mario 64 can have some fast moments, but
Not really, no.
like, you know, what about the slides? In that game has like 2 slides where you can go pretty decently fast.
You don't go that fast on the slides. Also, they're slides.
Like, this is a downward slope. Well, anyway, I'm
It's
almost
also
there.
on grass. You're basically comparing. Well, I'm going to ride my non-existent Chris Pratt butt on a bunch of grass versus I'm going to do it on this slide made of ice and or magic.
Oh, that was good. Poor Mario. Dude was just not made to be sent rocketing through the air at 100 miles per hour.
So, since this is probably going to be your last bit of game before the end, I guess I'll just go through the whole spiel
Yep.
for anybody who's still here enjoying stuff. Hey, we always appreciate likes and follows. They just let you know. Like we don't have anything that you can subscribe to, but basically it just lets you know whenever we're live doing shows.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube, which is where
You can also
stream a lot.
subscribe to our YouTube. I usually double stream, so if you prefer one platform over the other, you're certainly welcome to check that out. We have 2 regular shows. One of them is called Sega Sonic Radio, which is a radio program in which every week I put together a playlist of Sonic music to enjoy, usually based on a theme and quite often based on requests from people, such as yourself. And also, Almost Every Sonic is a show in which I attempt to play every Sonic game and, you know, ultimately fail because some of them are so limited as to where they are. And when I say every Sonic game, I don't mean, well, this game was on the what's it called? The Neo Geo Pocket Color, and therefore this is the unusual. No, I'm talking like I have the
Whoops.
Sonic Kickstarter.
My headphones just died.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's stuff like, hey, this is the Sonic Kickstarter board game, and this is a weird choose-your-own-adventure style RPG book. Things that are, you know, loosely defined as games, but are still Sonic games. And we're trying to come up with other stuff. You can also head to sonicstadium.org, where we have plenty of
Okay, I
Sonic
need
content. and a great
I need,
community.
my headphones seem to have come back, but
That's okay. I'm still doing my thing. As always, you
Okay.
can follow us on Twitter at Sonic Stadium. We cover news on Twitter. We like smaller news that we don't always get to on the site, including weird stuff that's going on over on the Japanese Sonic Twitter or Japanese Sonic YouTube, and fun stuff like that. Plus, it lets you know, hey, we're going live now. Plus, we've got Daily Sonic Back, which is a series that Knuckles himself does, where he finds some weird asset or thing from Sonic history and just like shares it and tells a little bit about it.
yeah.
It's a,
Wow,
it's a good
Knuckles is
segment
tiny.
that I am glad that he is so. Look how tiny he is. Look at that tiny Knuckles. Look at the tiny Knuckles. This
My
is
headphones
adorable
are
tiny.
barely hanging on, so we should probably
Yep.
wrap this up.
You can tune that. You can
But
tune
let me
back
just see if I can
in
get
on.
a little more juice out of him. Okay.
I don't know if you can actually
I should
hear
be
me
back
anymore. But yeah, tune in on Thursday at the same time for more content from us. And hey, thanks for watching. I'm saying it because I don't know if Knuckles can even hear it.
I can
So-
hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. Thanks for
Oh,
watching,
cool.
everyone.
We've got a show on Thursday, and we've got a show on Saturday, in which I take back over to probably crank up the randomness on a couple of mods.
That is what you love. Although I'm hoping you'll also take a look at like the Lost World DLC.
Oh, I will absolutely be looking at the Lost World DLC. That excites me. That from a preservationist angle, that is DLC that needs to just happen, especially now that like
Sonic?
you can't really get that game on Wii U anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, something bigger than Mario. All right. I'm going to exit out of this game. So that's it. That's it for us tonight, and that's also it for the Sonic Hacking Contest streams for Tuesday. So tune in tomorrow. I don't currently have the schedule. Let me get the schedule real quick.
I mean, it's technically tomorrow. Technically tomorrow, in that it's currently 1 a.m. local time.
Yeah.
But you will be back on Thursday.
Yes,
at the same 10 p.m. thing. However, if you're looking specifically for who is streaming tomorrow, I can bring that up for you.
Yeah. Well, I got it. I think. So
Tomorrow at starting at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going
Landy.
on Eastern time. You've got 2 hours of Landy and 3 hours of Mecha Shadow Rev. At 11 o'clock in the morning, you've got 3 hours of Sam Procrastinates. At 1 p.m., you've got Chiyoko for 2 hours. At 2 p.m., you've got Red Hot Sonic for 3 hours. Transitioning into Mega G Wolf at it says 16. If I do the math, that's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. for 3 hours. At 7 o'clock, you've got 3 hours of Some Call Me Johnny. And taking up this time slot tomorrow is Just Jess.
All right. So thank you, GX. So
Sure
see you later, and sleep well, and peace out. Bye.
Peace out, everyone. We're up, over, and gone.